This one is called Time Crowave, by the way, so it's a temporal microwave.
Yeah, thanks for that, Helix.
Yeah. What?
It's not as though I could just read accelerates time at the bottom of the second paragraph.
I didn't. You get the gist of it. I guess I take
Yes.
the first one as per tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Should we wait? I always feel bad like starting reading like the minute we start stream because that's like not what other streamers would do. But I'm impatient. Why wouldn't I just start reading?
Because people are still sitting through your fucking starting ads.
That's fair. I can't control those. Those are fully on Twitch's end. Even if I reduce all ads down to 0, they still fucking play those.
I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm saying account for it, you clown.
I can't see it! There's
Know that
nothing
it's
on my
there.
end that indicates that it's happening.
Know that it's there. You know it's there. So just give it a minute. Christ.
I don't know how long they last, Mord.
Like a minute?
Minute
at
30.
most?
Okay.
It depends on the ad. Mine was only 30.
Yeah.
Also, nice diamonds, we fit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, a diamond!
Ah!
You need to catch 23 more so you can make a full suit of armor.
Why would you do that? You just gotta make the tool first.
No.
What are you, stupid?
It's not the last catch we need to find. It's not. Hold on. Again, I don't know if the last catch we need was a custom catch or if it's just one that's just like in the game. I don't remember. It's a legendary way down here. It's probably a Halloween related legendary. Who knows? Alright, I'm assuming now is a good enough time to read. Alright.
Yeah.
Item number SCP-119. Object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. SCP-119 is to remain open and unplugged at all times except during testing. The door to the room in which SCP-119 resides is to be locked for all periods except during experimentation, with the entry codes given only to authorized research and security personnel. An industrial-grade disinfectant will be available nearby at all times, and the inside of SCP-119 is to be heavily disinfected before any testing. The contents of SCP-119 are to be monitored through the viewing window in SCP-119 at all times during testing, and will be stopped immediately should the contents become hostile or otherwise damaging to SCP-119. So far, there was no Halloween theme legendary that we've got, so it might be that last one. It's the anomaly that makes your plate hot, but not the food.
That's normal behavior. What do you mean?
Description: SCP-119 is a Panasonic redacted microwave oven. It was initially discovered by an agent who had brought it from a liquidation sale of the assets from Redacted Valley Vineyards. It is believed that Redacted Valley Vineyards was using the anomalous properties of SCP-119 to rapidly age its products and create expensive vintages. Records show Redacted Valley Vineyards making under-the-table sales of vintages dated as far back as Redacted, many years before the company's inception in 2005. These sales are what led to lawsuits accusing the company of falsifying product information and other forms of fraud, which eventually caused Stardew Valley Vineyards to declare bankruptcy. SCP-119 appears to be a standard model of microwave in all respects except that the magnetron unit does not produce microwave radiation. Instead, the magnetron emits a previously unknown type of radiation that accelerates time. The amount of time accelerated is based on the time input given at the start and the power level setting. The time input allows for 3 digits, and there are 5 power level settings. On power level 1, the number of seconds input equals the number of seconds experienced with the mic. I need to slow down.
Yes.
Within the microwave. Therefore, an input of 30 seconds would cause the microwave to run for 30 seconds, at the end of which the object will have aged 30 seconds. Each subsequent power level past 1 causes an exponential increase of the acceleration of time. At power level 2, with an input of 30 seconds, the microwave will run for 30 seconds and the context will have aged to 900 seconds, 15 minutes, or 30 by 30 seconds? What? No, shut up. At power level 5, with an input of 999 seconds, the microwave will run for 990 seconds and the contents will have aged 31 million years. Experimentation with the other buttons on the microwave have not resulted in any anomalous properties, although they do still function as would be expected from a normal microwave. The minute plus button, for example, adds 60 seconds, and the defrost function prompts the user to open the door and flip the contents periodically. Pressing the minute plus button during operation, however, does not recalculate the adjusted time acceleration, merely causing the contents to age at the pre-calculated rate for another 60 seconds. Example, power level 2 for 30 seconds would age for 900 seconds. Input of minute plus would result in the microwave running for 90 seconds and aging the contents 45 minutes instead of 15. Instead of aging the contents for 135 minutes. A lot of numbers. SCP-119 can be dismantled and replacement parts can be substituted for every component except the magnetron. When placing the magnetron in any other microwave, including duplicates of the same model, the magnetron continues to exhibit time acceleration. However, replicating the effects of anything above power level 2 have failed at every model except the original microwave in which the magnetron was found. Although SCP-119, like all standard microwave models, will normally only function when the door is closed, during deconstruction it was determined that disabling the closing mechanism allows the device to work while open. Subsequent testing determined that the radiation emitted from SCP-119 has a fallout pattern very similar to the microwave radiation it replaced. However, further experiments operating SCP-119 while open now require the approval of Clearance 4 personnel. Addendum. After subsequent testing, it has been determined that the accelerated time experienced within SCP-119 is not accelerated from the perspective of those being affected, instead causing the occupants to perceive that they are simply staying inside of the microwave for the adjusted duration. Should living creatures be exposed to SCP-119 for extended durations, they could quite quickly die of starvation, as they will require as much sleep and food as they would in the world outside of SCP-119. Therefore, further experimentation with living beings now requires the approval of Clearance 4 level personnel. Furthermore, due to the possibility of microorganisms undergoing accelerated evolution within SCP-119, industrial-grade disinfectant has now been added to the containment procedure for SCP-119. They made a super germ in the fucking microwave.
Piss.
Testing log. Okay. I'll just follow the usual testing log procedure here. Honestly, this one looks like this one looks written pretty well, so I could probably just read it like perfectly. Some it's like, oh, redacted time, redacted scientist, redacted place, and it's like, yeah, great. Just tell me what happened with the fucking object, man. Alright. Test log SCP-119. Contents: cup of lukewarm coffee. Time input 60 seconds. Power level 1. Test results. Agent attempted to reheat his coffee. Microwave activated and ran for 1 minute. Coffee was still cool upon removal. Great. Contents: cup of lukewarm coffee. Time input 60 seconds. Power level 4. Test results. Agent increased power level, assuming the first setting was too weak. Microwave activated and ran for 1 minute. Upon opening the door, Agent discovered his coffee had grown a thick layer of mold and scum, consistent with the amount that would be expected from leaving a cup of coffee out for 5 months. At
Why
this
do you
point,
know that off the top of your head? But sure.
At this point, the agent brought the microwave to the attention of the Foundation. He's
I
just.
I have to assume it was like overflowing from the cup, but still, what the fuck is a expected amount of mold for 5 months of leaving a cup of coffee out? Who the fuck just
Listen, okay,
ugh.
I've watched a lot of photo al time lapse. I've seen a lot of things mold, and that sounds pretty fair to me.
Listen, I'm not saying no one would know, but like, God.
We're getting an ad break here, I think, so. God, but
Ugh.
no, I'm just imagining this fucking guy, like, just trying to warm up his coffee, and then he's just like, what the fuck? Huh? Like, he opens.
I like how he chalked it up to the first time. It's like, oh god, fucking damn it, I hate these things.
God,
Just like
what's
puts it
even the.
back in. All
What's
right, let's
even the.
try this, and is immediately bombarded with the rank scent of mold.
His poor fucking agent's morning is just ruined because he accidentally put
That's
his copy in the hyperbolic time chamber, dude.
that's it. Fuck you. You're getting hit with the East Coast special.
Oh, that's funny. I just looked out. I saw Radis norvegicus in its common lab rat. Radis.
Yeah, is right.
According to my OBS, an ad break should be occurring as we speak.
For once, you were actually right.
Yeah, I don't know why it breaks sometimes and just doesn't actually happen.
So can I just say, for the record, I find it really fucking humorous that it's not actually synced in the slightest. Like there's a margin of error of upwards of like 3 fucking minutes, which is the
Yeah.
duration of some of the longer ads. Like I understand, I understand that putting it all on like a global timer, given how long the stream has been running, is probably not ideal. But like, you would think if an ad procs for someone, it procs for everyone that it's applicable to.
Yeah, that's what it seems to be. Apparently, Wii Fit isn't getting ads, and I'm just,
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
it's supposed to be global. It words it as if it is, and it shows me as if it is. It's not. So, not my fault.
Really?
It's Twitch.
When is it not?
All right, ad break should be over now.
Your
Contents: stopwatch, time input 30 seconds, power levels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Test results: series of tests conducted to determine effects of various power levels on time fluctuation. Resulting time on stopwatch was 30, 15, 7 hours and 30 minutes, and 999959. There was no result for the last test as the battery had died. Subsequent tests using a more powerful stopwatch with a larger display resulted in 9 days, 9 hours, and 281 days and 6 hours for the last two settings. Almost a year.
Jesus. Okay, I'm not implying that I want you people to have ads. I just want it to be consistent to know when we should stop reading.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, I really wish it was just consistent. And another thing, really wish they wouldn't do pre-roll ads when stream starts, as well as hit ads immediately 5 minutes into stream. Because that's so bullshit. Nothing better than a good 3 minutes of ads in the first 5 minutes of stream, right, chat?
We've been we've been live for 15 minutes and there's been like at least one.
I had to delay it. There's like a little. I get 3 snoozes for ads if it's like at a bad time.
Uh,
And I think that's what fucks it up sometimes and makes it just, you know, disjointed. for no apparent reason, because Twitch decided why would the feature work correctly.
Listen, if I want to not make money, let me not make money.
Exactly. Contents: Radis norvicus, common lab rat, time input 60, power level 4. Test results: Testing had expected the subject to age 5 months. Upon starting the timer, subject became a blur, barely visible in its rapid movement around the container. At 03, subject ceased all movement. Oh,
Well,
that
yeah.
sucks.
They put a fucking rat in the time machine, Helix.
I know, but just the fact they couldn't see it was.
It's a glass window!
I know! At 05, subject began rotting rapidly. Testing was halted at 10. And SCP-119 is cleaned of excrement and remains of subject. Ugh,
You know,
it's
this
good.
could
shitted
actually this
everywhere.
could actually be very useful.
You
Those
can
of
make
death
coal.
was determined to be dehydration. And yeah, I can imagine it could be. Put Goku
Because,
in
like, no. Think about all of the, like, radioactive material and shit that has
Counterpoint,
a
that would destroy
degradation
the
time.
microwave, I think.
there.
Well,
Potentially,
Because,
yeah.
you know, radiation interferes with electronics.
does it?
I'm pretty sure it does.
I think
No.
it's by all means
Some
a normal
degree.
microwave, aside from the fact that it
It
times
would
things.
probably fuck up the microwave, yes, but
Yeah.
hmm.
Not like all electronics, but it does fuck with lesser ones.
The microwave just speeds up the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how radiation would work on that, but either way, a lot of SCPs could be useful, but that's not always the point.
Yeah.
Then you end up with the one stray bacteria managed to make it in there with the radioactive rock and got 5 months blasted with radiation, and you've got a super germ.
God.
Probably.
We have to ship it to the sun.
Radis norvicus, common lab rat, small cage with lining, external automatic food and water dispenser filled with 5 months of food and water attached to tubes routed through air vent. Time input 60, power level 4. Test results: Upon starting the timer, subject became a blur, rapidly moving throughout its cage. Both the food and water supplies drained from the containers rapidly. At 60 seconds, subject was found to be dirty due to its uncleaned cage, but otherwise fine. SCP-119 cleaned. Examination revealed subject to be in poor health due to its living conditions in the unclean cage, but with no abnormalities. Contents: 1 liter of water in a shallow glass bowl. Temperature in room containing SCP-119 lowered to 1 degrees Celsius. Time input 600, power level 5. Test results: Time inside 119 intended to be approximately 24 years, with an initial input of 60 seconds. Test intended to determine the difference of atmosphere and heat transfer between the inside and outside of 119, as demonstrated by the evaporation of water at near freezing temperatures. The research assistant entering the time added an extra 0, which would bring the total time up to 2 million years, or over 4,000 years a second. Upon pressing start, an immense amount of air began to cycle through the vent. The assistant immediately recognized his mistake and opened the door to stop the timer, at which point a wave of bluish spores emitted from SCP-119 and onto the assistant. The assistant began to choke and quickly asphyxiated. Subsequent testing on atmospheric conditions revealed low oxygen and high carbon dioxide levels, as well as elevated levels of sulfur. The spores were found to be an unknown xerophilic species of mold. Within SCP-119 was a dense ecosystem of molds and tardigrades, along with numerous other unknown species, some of which do not neatly fit within existing categories. The entire ecosystem has created a balanced atmosphere and seems to have stemmed from the original contents of the water, air, and the assistant.
Okay.
In light of this test, containment procedures have been updated to include industrial disinfectant. Great. Contents: none. Door is removed from the microwave for duration of this experiment. SCP-119 placed in the middle of a large Faraday cage room with freshly painted floor, using paint that changes color as it dries. Time input 30, power level 3. Test results: SCP-119 remotely activated and all testing observed remotely. The resultant paint pattern demonstrated the fall-off of radiation from the microwave. The paint closest to the front of the door demonstrating 8 hours of drying, and the furthest section of the floor behind the microwave demonstrated closer to 2 hours of drying. Contents: none. Doors removed from the microwave for duration of experiment. SCP-119 is placed in the middle of a large Faraday cage with dried paint. Lightweight floating debris and dust is released into the room through a vent.
Incredible.
Time input 30, power level 3. Test results: SCP-119 is remotely activated and all testing observed remotely. A pattern of complex air currents reflecting the pattern left by the paint emerges as individual particles float between stronger and weaker radiation. The radiation did not actually apply any force to the particles, but rather affected their momentum in relation to each other, eventually evolving into a detectable air current pattern. Contents: SCP-442. Time input 90. Power level 5. Test results: SCP-442 continued to keep the correct time during the entire duration, showing 1 minute and 30 seconds of time passing over the course of the experiment. I assume that's an anomalous clock. Okay. Contents: SCP-289. Time input 90. Power level 5. Test results: none. Permission to carry out experiment denied. Not funny. Do we really need to explain why that is a bad idea? You already know exactly what that would do. No idea what 289 is. Mass of hematite.
Intensifying the effects of inertia over objects at a 1.6 meter radius over time. No, I'm good. Thanks. Get away from me.
Contents.
If
Bottle
you
of
leave my inertia
Macallan
alone.
12-year Scotch. Time input 60. Power level 5. Test results: during previous tests, researchers had been joking that they should nuke themselves a drink, and one researcher retrieved a bottle of Macallan from his quarters. The 12-year vintage is relatively inexpensive to obtain, but the 25 and 30-year vintages are considered to be some by the best of all Scotch commercially available. Upon completion of test, bottle was effectively a 37-year vintage. Intention of test had been to consume during subsequent tests, but at this point the intent had been heard by a superior who allowed the researchers to keep the bottle as long as they waited until off-duty to consume it. Subsequent testing determined that the results of this experiment were delicious, Dr. Grant. It would seem Dr. Grant is a rather poor whiskey connoisseur, as whiskey does not age outside of the barrel. Your delicious experiment resulted in a 37-year-old bottle of 12-year aged Scots. Well done, Dr. Darrell. I stand by my initial assessment. Delicious, Dr. Grant.
Go fuck yourself, Daryl.
I don't care, asshole. That shit was bussin'. I like this one. It
Doctor,
was
I
written
didn't
well.
ask. Yeah, this one's fun. I like this
Yeah,
one.
it's one of the ones where genuinely I do like the testing log.
I
Like
wish
the
there was
fact they
more
jumped to using
tests
a
done.
stopwatch to test how much time passed alone was smart. Because I feel like
Yeah.
we go through similar anomalies where it's like the first thing they do is throw a hot dog in it, and it's like, oh great, cool, thanks.
Then they throw a D class to go get the hot dog.
Then they throw in a cup of water, and then a cup of water with nails in it, and then a cup of water but with like one nail in it, and it's like, bruh.
Okay, but this cup of water has a drop of piss in it. What now?
But unlike the cup of water with nails in it, the cup of water with one nail in it gets redacted.
Exactly. Oh, okay. On to you, Mord.
Fuck me. This... Alright, hang on. 1 sec. Okay. Item number SCP-120 Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. Due to its importance to the Foundation, SCP-120 is to be kept under video surveillance and armed guard at all times. Any personnel attempting to utilize the item without authorization are to be terminated immediately. All personnel wishing to use the item are required to submit a filled copy of the application form, document number 120-23, to facility operators. Due to the precise timing and coordination required for efficient use of this object in an emergency, all personnel entering SCP-120's building are placed under temporary command of the facility head's Captain Redacted, Security Detachment, Level 4, and Dr. Redacted, Research Team Level 4. All destination locations are to be kept under surveillance and armed guard. They are valuable to the Foundation but non-critical. Any compromised destination must be immediately reported to SCP-120 personnel. Distributed Task Force Sigma-6 Puddle Jumpers was created with the objective of protecting and maintaining SCP-120's facility and location outposts. It consists of one command unit and one defense, and one maintenance unit, based at the SCP-120 facility at Command Redacted. 5 units based at the destination locations, plus 5 reserve units for these, and 5 units assigned to other SCP-120 related projects. Description: SCP-120 appears to be a small child's paddling pool, pastel pink in coloration with an inner diameter of approximately 2.5 meters and inner height of 0.3 meters. The pool appears to have been fabricated from common earth plastics, but has shown itself to be indestructible by any attempted means. See Research Report number 120-32 for a full summary. The pool structure and response to pressure are typical for such a pool. It will flux when pressure is applied and is soft to the touch, but has amazing tensile strength and cannot be permanently stretched or ripped. What is contained within the pool seems to be a brightly glowing, colored, liquid-like substance, which seems to exist only partially in our dimension. Oh, good. Great.
Shimmer.
Fuck yeah. I can re-roll my affixes.
Oh yeah.
It is unresponsive to manipulation by organic or inorganic means, but the substance ripples and shimmers systematically and regularly, suggesting it exists physically on another dimension. SCP-120's most interesting and useful property is used regularly by Foundation personnel. Human beings, when alive and carrying loads, including clothing, under 37.8 kilograms, are observed to fall through the pool and are deposited at one of 11 destinations. These will be detailed in an addendum. The item will only function this way if certain conditions are met. The subject must be genetically human, the subject must be conscious, the subject must be carrying weights of under the specified amount, and only one subject must be present on the surface. Test subjects attempting to use SCP-120 while these conditions were not met reported their feet making contact with a smooth surface underneath the liquid, but no significant effects were observed. SCP-120's main use as a potential means of evacuation for Command Redacted during a SCP-120's main use is as a potential means of evacuation for Command during a major emergency. It is currently stored and maintained in a fortified outbuilding of this facility. To inspect evacuation procedures, refer to Document 120-22. SCP-120 was first brought to the attention of the Foundation authorities on... why am I so bad at reading dates? In 92.
That's close enough.
Local police authorities in California were investigating reports of missing children in their jurisdiction and discovered and reported the items. Fucking hell. Overwatch Command was automatically informed through the usual channels, and a small team of Foundation agents was dispatched to claim and transport the item to Site 19, where it remained for testing over the next 2 years. It was transferred to its present location at Command Redacted in 1994.
No, I'm not trying to read 1111 as a year.
Yeah,
I'm assuming it's 1111. It's just year 1111.
Addendum. Document number 120-7. Destructive test results for SCP-120 as of 93. Abridged version. Handsaw, 30 centimeters, no results. All of these, I'm just going to say have no results, so... Industrial drill with steel and diamond bit? No. Shooting it? Absolutely not. Not even with a 120 millimeter heat round. That is really funny. But no. Acetylene, hydrogen, propane, no. A laser, L. No.
Can't be destroyed.
All right.
It's indestructible.
Still funny. Still funny.
By all no means. By all known means, indestructible.
Yes. Document number 120-10. Detailed explanation of SCP-120's capabilities and destinations. As of February 12, 1994. Abridged version.
Please support the official release.
Yes. SCP-120 possesses the capacity of instant translocation of human beings, possibly through one or more alternate dimensions. Subject using the item are invariably deposited at one of 11 locations. These locations cycle in a specific and unchanging pattern. The 11 destinations and their locations were determined through testing with D-Class personnel carrying radio beacons. They are detailed here. Location 1. Pacific Ocean. Okay, starting off strong. SCP-120's liquid displays a blue glow while connected to this destination. Oh, good. Subjects attempting travel to this destination are deposited at an average of 2 meters above the surface of the Pacific at latitude redacted, longitude redacted. A Foundation ship, the SCPS Demeter, publicly the USS Nassau, meteorological ship, is currently stationed at this location, and personnel arriving through use of SCP-120 materialize inside the ship's cargo hold. Oh, cool. Sensitive Foundation material or personnel can be sent here in an emergency, and the ship has provisions for storage of a low-threat SCP object should the need arise. Class D personnel used to dial SCP-120 can be confined and extracted by helicopter or reuse, or simply terminated and their bodies retained in storage. Cool. The original D-Class and radio transmitter used to determine this location were lost at sea and might have to be recovered in the event of secrecy, in the interest of secrecy, if they were to wash up on populated shores. This configuration of SCP-120 was arbitrarily designated as 1 and has no observable significance above the other configurations. Destinations 2 through 11 follow in sequential order after this configuration and return to it after a full cycle. Travel by SCP-120 to this location is not advisable during storms due to risk of injury. Yeah. Location 2, Greenland. May they rest in peace. SCP-120 displays a bright white glow while dialed to this destination. Subjects traveling to this destination materialize 1.5 meters above the surface of Greenland at latitude redacted, longitude redacted. A small facility was established here under the public pretense of oil industry expansion. Oh, good. Yeah, it's definitely never going to be attacked. Yeah, okay. This facility has similar capabilities and use to the Demeter and is additionally equipped with an airstrip and refueling facilities. Location 3. L3. Located at the Earth-Moon Lagrange Point 3, the SCP displays a deep black color. Objects and personnel sent through the SCP to any Lagrange point, locations 3, 5, 8, 10, and 11, are effectively lost, as retrieval is impossible at our current level of technology. They may prove a possible way to remove small but threatening SCP objects, but for now are merely an inconvenience, as sacrifice of D personnel is required to move the SCP to its next configuration. Alright, cool.
Okay, so that just...
So, what the hell is a Lagrange point again?
So that is the point where you are equally under the gravitational effects of the two objects. So that's the point in space where you're equally feeling the gravitational effect of Earth and the moon.
One small problem. Space. Got it. Alright, cool. Location 4. Himalayas. SCP-120 displays a white glow similar to when it is dialed to Location 2. Materialization occurs at... I'm not reading latitude and longitude again. On a mountain in the Himalayas. Only minor changes have been made to the destination, digging of an 8-meter hole for disposal of D-Class bodies. an overhead canopy for concealment and supplies, and tenting for evacuation for this location, which should only take place in extreme circumstances. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Glad you just made a body pit. How many D class did you fuckers have to send to finish digging that? You think?
They just keep giving him a shovel and sending him over with an explosive
Not
necklace.
even a
Like, hey,
full
buddy,
shovel.
get
Just give him
digging.
like a give him like a fucking military hand shovel. Ah, wonderful. D-class personnel used for dialing are to be injected with a mixture of sedatives and neurotoxin before sending. God, okay. To ensure a humane death and decreased risk of damage to the structures at location 4. What fucking structures?
The tents, man. They could cause some havoc there if they
Like,
wanted to.
tents are up. Just put them in a box on top of the Himalayan mountain range.
Don't even need to kill them, yeah.
Fuck.
It's just a waste of resources.
I mean, they kind of have to cycle it, I suppose, but like,
Yeah.
it's effectively a dead zone. What are people gonna do at the top of the Himalayas in
Yeah.
emergency?
I understand, like, just accepting the deaths of ones like these and these, because, like, realistically, they're not fucking surviving that, but you don't need to execute, like, all of them.
No, I understand to a point, but like, why do you people not just write that off? They're on the top of the Himalayan mountain range. They'll just die.
Well, yeah, the bodies would be, like, there still.
Meh.
The same reason, what was it? This was a security hazard?
Just fucking send a Class D personnel with a Scarab bomb and have them aim it downwards. Anyways, sorry. Location 5 is identical to location 3, so space. Location 6, Sahara. SCP-120 will glow yellow. Personnel materialize at latitude longitude redacted in a small outpost. The need for secrecy renders this facility unable to house any significant SCP object, but is ideal for evacuation of personnel and documents from command. Location 7, Gobi. SCP-120 displays a brown glow. This destination is located at a small outpost in the Gobi Desert, latitude longitude redacted, but is otherwise identical to the Location 6 outpost. However, the expansion of SCP-4024 poses a significant threat to the outpost's operational viability. Right.
Yeah.
Location 8, identical to Location 3, although shows more potential for SCP disposal, this being situated beyond the moon. Oh, cool. Location 9, Mare Ibrium. The SCP displays a subdued gray glow when dialed to this destination. Okay, cool, I love red text.
Yeah.
This destination is a relatively flat section of the Sea of Rains on the lunar surface. Through vast expenditure of money and D-class personnel, a small outpost has been established. It is considered to be one of the Foundation's safest locations.
Cost a bit, but no one's getting
That's
here wherever the
fucked.
fuck it is.
Alright, what's the red text? Come on. hit
Identical
me
to
with it.
location 3, identical to location 3.
Yes, 10 and 11 are just in space. You'll die. Wow. What the hell is this? Okay.
Looks unrelated. Yeah.
This is more a hypothetical. Okay, fine. Yeah, leave it be. Listen, I know there's a lot of those.
Yeah, it's just, we kind of have to take a look at it, deem if it's
That would have to
worthy
be
or
like a
not.
separate series we would do.
Yeah.
Alright, have at it.
The last one was cool. We didn't really
Yeah,
talk
it actually
about
is fun. I like that one.
it's Shimmer.
I was a little...
It's the Shimmer.
No, not quite. It doesn't transmute anything. It just relocates it.
I mean, yeah, but Shimmer, when you drop into it, just sends you down.
I mean, yes, but there's also like no end point for Shimmer. You just kind of
That's true.
are killed.
Like how they have to use D-Class to quote-unquote dial it. Set it to the right destination.
I like to imagine for 10 and 11 they just have 2 queued up.
God. At some point there's just gonna be like a body pile out in space or something. It becomes a huge fucking problem. Oh, we're about to get an ad break actually.
At that point, they would burn up on re-entry.
I mean, yeah, but that's not the problem. I imagine the SCP Foundation doesn't have that hard of a time keeping track of any, like, you know, quote unquote civilian space attempts, but, like, technology advances and advances, and I'm sure at some point it would be hard for the Foundation to hide a pile of bodies next to the moon.
I mean, they probably just like ship them off somewhere else.
Yeah. What do you mean by that? I don't know what you mean. What do I mean by that?
I just love the idea that the Foundation is effectively playing fucking Rhythm Heaven with Class D to dial that thing.
Oh god, I just looked at uh.
Oh, what? Ah!
Uh.
Go directly to hell.
49.
We're well past that point, Helix.
This isn't even that long of an article. Hold on a moment. Since we're just waiting for an ad break to happen anyway. Yeah, this is a longer article, and it's got half as many. This one is really short. I'm not even gonna bother testing this. This one's like 3.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's still 22. Literally none for like 2 paragraphs, though. It doesn't even feel like 22. It looks like 10. Just look at what we've managed to cover so far. Like, that's
Yeah.
already a sizable portion. Alright, ad break should be over now. Close 289. Don't actually need that anymore. Item number SB-121. Object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. Containment Site 83 has been established outside of SB-121 to house personnel dedicated to containment of SB-121. They could have just stopped at containment. They didn't need this. The perimeter of SCP-121 is to remain fenced off from the surrounding area, with guards stationed along the perimeter at all times. Guards are to don local military uniforms and remain heavily armed at all times. Rotation of guards is to occur every 4 hours. The surrounding population is to remain informed that SB-121 is quarantined due to persisting hazardous material. Warning signs are to be placed 75, 50, and 25 kilometers out along roads leading to 121 to deter trespassers. Civilians who approach the perimeter of SCP-121 are to be reminded of the quarantine and forced to depart. Those who resist are to be detained for questioning. In the event that approaching civilians witness an active instance of SCP-121-1 or 2, Class A amnestics are to be administered. Any meteorological data regarding SCP-121's anomalous effects is to be censored, and SCP-121 has been labeled a no-flight zone to prevent knowledge of 121, 2, and 1. Site Task Force Iota 71 Home Wreckers has been established and permanently assigned to Containment Site 83 in response to the threat of SCP-121-2. They are to escort researchers interested in studying non-hostile instances of SCP-121-2, as well as neutralize any instances that have grown to potentially lethal sizes. In the event of an attempted containment breach, Iota 71 is to assist perimeter guards in the neutralization of the instance of 121-2. Any buildings within SCP-121 that develop into SCP-121-1 are to be recorded and monitored at all times for transition into SCP-121-2. Instances of SCP-121-2 that become innately hostile upon transition are to be neutralized. However, passive instances may continue to dwell within the perimeter of SCP-121 for research purposes until they've grown to a size too dangerous to contain or become hostile, at which point they are to be neutralized. Description: SCP-121 is the region of land occupied by the former town of Redacted, Colorado. The town was home to approximately 6,800 prior to enactment of current containment protocol and holds roughly 3,000 buildings, both residential and commercial. Clouds above SCP-121 appear incapable of entering an area roughly 12 kilometers in diameter, instead passing around the area. It is speculated this is related to SCP-121's range of effect, but it's not known how at this time. Buildings SCP-121 will sporadically detach from any foundations and descend into the air. At this point, these buildings are identified as SCP-121-1. No more than one at a time, with 3 weeks minimum between manifestation. Instances of SCP-121-1 ascend to a random height of a minimum of 45 meters, regardless of the previous state of the building. Doors, windows become locked, and potential entryways become barricaded by furniture inside. Forced entry has shown an increased ambient temperature of roughly 35 degrees Celsius and a relative humidity of roughly 65%, but a lack of any further anomalous properties. Instances of SCP-71 or 71? Where the fuck did I get 71 from? Instances of SCP-121-1 will cease suspension after a minimum period of 10 weeks, but may remain airborne for no more than 15 weeks afterwards. Instances do not show any abnormal levels of durability, and near total destruction of SCP-121 upon impact with the ground is common. After impact, the remains of instances of 121 will contain a ovoid object approximately 1 by 2 by 1 by 2 by 1.2 by 2 meters, composed of materials consistent with furniture found inside the home. Examination of mostly intact instances of SCP-121-1 show an absence of previous furnishings. The object will begin to locomote on its own accord. At this point, it will be referred to as SCP-121-2. SCP-121-2 begin to form a conglomerate with nearby materials, including debris from SCP-121-1, flora, automobiles, and on rare occasion, other buildings. SCP-121-2 will continue to attract objects onto it till it forms a body of 9 meters in height, at which point the body will animate and appear to take on levels of sentience. SCP-121-2 may at this point begin to simulate ingesting other material, to continue growing at a considerably slower rate. Ingestion appears to be for the sole purpose of continued growth, as instances have gone prolonged periods of time without material. Certain items have been known to attach to SCP-121 instantaneously, despite size and lack of simulated ingestion. Instances of SCP-121-2 normally resemble animals capable of locomotion on land, but have been known to take on humanoid forms and forms that do not resemble any known animal. They are primarily docile and normally do not display hostility towards personnel unless provoked. However, SCP-121-2 instances have been known to form with innate aggression and territorial behavior. This behavior has also been observed to develop following the accumulation of certain items, including firearms, bladed weapons, and in one example, the taxidermy head of a bear. SCP-121 came to the attention of the Foundation when local authorities were flooded with reports of a previously abandoned residence suddenly flying in the sky. The town was evacuated under the guise of a hazardous material spill, and the residence was observed. Once the instance of SCP-121-1 transitioned into 121-2, SCP-121-2 was quickly neutralized. Following the neutralization, another instance of SCP-121-1 developed, and the town was permanently evacuated and contained. This is the only occasion on which the creation of SCP-121-1 has so closely followed the creation of an instance of 121-2. Incident 121-A. On 11/04/98, a sound described as a muffled siren was heard for approximately 5 minutes. An active instance of 121-1 was suddenly subject to an immense force following the sound, causing the building to prematurely break apart while suspended before the 10-week minimum. Neighboring towns reported hearing the sound. Local press were informed quarantine staff were being evacuated due to a temporary elevation in toxic levels. The cause of the sound is currently unknown. Further research is recommended. 3 weeks following the sound and destruction of SCP-121-1, the remains finally fell to the ground. Inside the rubble were remnants of the ovoid object found in SCP-121-2, along with traces of aluminum slag. Incident 121-B. On 5/09/12, a 1991 Dodge Caravan was found suspended 53 meters in the air. Internal surveillance is at this time impossible due to the windows being obscured by what appears to be wool cloth. Further observation of the vehicle is recommended. Alright, I kind of like this one. It's nothing like over the top, but it's interesting.
Alright, so do you want my thoughts?
Yeah.
I zoned out like 2 paragraphs in. What the hell was this thing?
Alright. It's a town.
Yeah.
Buildings randomly start to float. After
Okay.
like 15 weeks, they crash to the ground, and there's like an oval, like an egg made out of furniture. All right,
Ooh.
and that
Okay.
begins to start rolling around and gathering more material onto itself until it creates like an animal or person or something.
Katamari Damacy.
Yeah, and from there it either becomes hostile or just wants to eat more, and that's pretty
Alright.
much it.
Incredible.
Yeah. I need to go get a drink, like, really bad. Why is it Urple?
Oh no, this is a new one.
Why is it Urple?
Get it away from me. Why would you people fight? Why would you people line it up like this? I hate you.
I hate you, but we should probably do it.
I mean, it's our first thumbnail, so yeah.
Yeah. I don't intend
Alright,
to
go.
just skip over any quote-unquote newer content, but...
No, that's not. I'm just really wary of it
Oh,
because, oh, well, it's okay. We've read worse.
yeah. As long as it's not, like, against Touch TOS, and we provide a warning for it, I think it's fair. I'm gonna go grab a drink before we start this one, so just take a moment, a breather even.
Yup.
I will be right back. I'm back. Alright, what do you say we just handle this one loosely for now?
How do you mean?
Just kind of like start reading it, and then if we notice anything we don't like, we could just say like, fuck it, we can move on.
Let's just read it like normal in general.
Yeah.
It's our first new and our first thumbnail. Just give it a fair shake.
Yeah. I think this one's yours.
No.
You want me to do it?
Yeah.
Alright.
A what?
Thumbnail.
I don't know what those words mean.
Okay,
It's
so
beneficial.
thumbnail is one that the Foundation can utilize to their benefit, and usually in the effort of containing other SCPs in some way.
I see.
Not always, but usually.
Alright. Item number SCP-122. Object Class Thaumiel. Special Containment Procedures. Under no circumstances is SCP-122 to enter an unpowered state. At least one redundant failsafe power system is to be installed in order to maintain power to the object in the event of power outages. Regular maintenance is also to be conducted on SCP-122 at the discretion of the head researcher in order to reduce flickering. A security camera is to be installed within the room that the anomaly is placed so as to regularly monitor the occurrence of flickering within the subject. Due to its utility and importance in assisting the psychological assistance efforts of Site-135, SCP-122 is to be used on a daily basis, with SCP-122-1, currently Anna Talon, being given normal humanoid accommodations within the SCP-122 containment cell at the discretion of the incumbent head researcher. Should the current SCP-122-1 subject become unfit for use with the object, a new SCP-122-1 subject must be procured as soon as feasible. Description: SCP-122 is a plastic nightlight in the shape of a star, thought to have been manufactured between 1960 and 1980. When in a powered state, SCP-122 has been reported to be able to exude a sense of calmness, comfort, and safety to those within a roughly 20-kilometer radius. That's large. As such, it has been known to alleviate symptoms of currently prevailing psychological conditions in subjects. Examples of these psychological conditions include psychological stress, paranoia, phobias, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder. However, these alleviating effects are only present when SCP-122 is within the same room as a child under the age of 14 who subscribes to the beliefs of traditional Abrahamic religions. Children who have shown to score at least an 8 out of 10 on the Aglio-Pontiff religious belief scale have been shown to display the best results as SCP-122-1 subjects. The reasons for this specification are currently unknown, though a link may be established between this fact and previous descriptions of SCP-122-2 as an angel. See SCP-122 use records. This aforementioned child subject, referred henceforth as SCP-122-1, is currently 7-year-old Anna Talon, who was procured into Foundation custody in 2017. When in SCP-122's containment cell, SCP-122-1 has reported sightings of an angel in her dreams, henceforth referred to as SCP-122-2. Refer to SCP-122, use records for further information regarding SCP-122-2. SCP-122-2 has also been reported as sometimes appearing within the dreams of personnel affected by SCP-122. As of now, only younger personnel aged 20 to 25 have reported sightings of SCP-122-2. Based on reports, it has been associated with positive feelings such as that of security and relief. However, sightings of SCP-122-2 within the dreams of personnel do not show the progression of distance and positive feelings reported by SCP-122-1. The reason for this is unknown. From this, it can be inferred that SCP-122-2 is related in some part to the aforementioned positive effects. Since the beginning of SCP-122's use in supplementing psychological assistance efforts in Site-135, Annual personnel turnover rates have been reduced by 90%, with annual personnel suicide rates being reduced by 85%. With at Site 135 having recorded the highest instances of either statistic of all sites prior to the use of SCP-122, the subject has been integral to the continued operation of the site. Use records. How much? Okay, no, this is all just stuff that was here before. This is like all that popped up here. Alright. SCP-122-1, name, data expunged, age, data expunged, date of use 2/12/2017, activity, data expunged, incident notes, data expunged, positive effects of SCP-122 noted, electronics failsafe systems implemented soon after. SCP-122-1, name, Anna Talon, age 2 years old, date of use 3/01/2017. SCP-122-2 activity, none. Incident notes, no instances of flickering or dimming. SCP-121-2 has noted to be sleeping without incident. SCP-122-1, name Anna Talon, age 3 years old, date of use 4/28/2018. SCP-122-2 activity description. God said he'd give me a guardian angel, and he did. Last night there was a beautiful angel with wings, and he was just standing there, and he was looking at me. Beside the door. He did that all night. Incident notes. 1 instance of dimming. SCP-122-1, name Anna Talon, age 5 years old, date of use 6/26/2020. SCP-122-2 activity description. I saw the angel again today. He was at the edge of my bed, and he was looking at me with the widest smile on his face. His wings were this big. I never realized they were that big before. Incident notes. 2 instances of dimming, 1 instance of flickering. SCP-121-2, name, Anna Talon. Age, 7 years old. Date of use, 9/15/2022. SCP-122-2, activity description. He sat in front of me, just looking at me and watching me sleep. He looked like he wanted to hug me, and I wanted to hug him too. Incident notes, 4 instances of flickering. However, SCP-122's components have degraded in time since its creation, with materials that could be used to replace them no longer being manufactured in the present. This degradation renders SCP-122 vulnerable to fluctuations in its brightness, with flickering and dimming being reported to be the most frequent fluctuations. This causes SCP-122 to assume an unpowered state. When in an unpowered state, SCP-122 redacted. Warning, the following class file is Level 4-122 classified. Any attempt to access this file without Level 4-122 authorization will be logged and will lead to immediate disciplinary action. Declassified SCP-122 use records updated. SCP-122-1 name Jana Marston. Age 6 years old. Date of use 2/12/2017. SCP-122-2 activity description. Had a blackout. He got her on the first night. Incident notes. Jenna Marston lost. Proposal for new SCP-122-1 subject made. Positive effects of 122 noted. Electronic failsafes implemented soon after. SCP-122-1 name Anna Talon. Age 2 years old. Date of use 3/1/2017. SCP-122-2 activity none. Incident notes. No instances of flickering or dimming. SCP-122-1 was noted to be sleeping without incident. SCP-122-2 distance undetected. Image of greatest activity. Oh. There's an image provided here.
Yeah.
It's just
This
really
movie,
dark
man.
and kind of creepy. Oh. SCP-122-1 name Anna Talon. Age 3 years old. Date of use 4/28/2018. Activity description. God said he'd give me an angel, and he did. Last night there was a beautiful angel with wings and he was just standing there and he was looking at me. Beside the door. He did that all night. 1 instance of dimming. SCP-122-2, distance 6 meters, image of greatest activity. Oh.
It'll be fine.
SCP-122 name. This is all the same shit I read before. I'm just gonna read the new
Yes.
red shit. Unless there's nothing new. This is all just pictures. Apologies if you're just listening to stream. Alright. SCP-122-2. Distance 2 meters. Image of greatest activity.
It's probably fine.
SCP-122-2. Distance 6 centimeters. Greatest image of activity.
Yeah, this is definitely a new SCP, alright.
Yeah. Emergency alert. Site-wide blackout detected. Check SCP-122 status ASAP. Last
It'll be
image
fine.
recovered from SCP-122 containment chamber. What? He tells me to pray. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think
So,
it was
are you gonna?
solid, but like the fucking creepy pasta pictures are unnecessary.
I mean, I think they were fine, except the last one's a little much.
Yeah, it could have genuinely been better if it like
Six,
ended here.
I think it would have been plenty at the 2 centimeters we did in the last one to have a picture.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Like,
honestly,
imagine
not
if
that
the
bad.
last one's picture was he told me to pray.
Yeah, I liked it. It was neat.
Yeah, it's a neat little thing. The fact that they're definitely not sacrificing children.
All right, you taking this one? Or are you not
Yeah,
reading
one sec.
today?
No, I want to fuck you.
Damn.
All right, let's see here. Item number SCP-123. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-123 is to be held in a secured facility and is to be securely fastened to the top of a sturdy table by use of straps, chains, a net, or similar devices. Absolutely no hooks shall be fastened to the device. The object and table should be centrally located in a room no smaller than 5 by 5 by 5 meters. No sensitive measuring devices should be used within 100 meters of SCP-123, as their measurements will be notably affected. More significantly, absolutely no objects should be inserted into SCP-123 except under experimental conditions. Transfer of SCP-123 shall be made with care, an effort made to prevent the object from being shaken or jerked with notable force. SCP-123 shall not, under any circumstances, be transported over large bodies of water by any method. Yeah, that's fair. Did I... I read Object Class Euclid. Alright. No personnel below Level 2 must be allowed in the containment chamber with SCP-123. Any person interacting with the object should wear tight-fitting clothing that has absolutely no straps, laces, or other dangling components. Persons with long hair shall be required to tie their hair back or wear a hairnet. Description. Object is a gray geodesic sphere 65 centimeters in diameter containing 60 triangles. The areas between these triangles are empty, allowing the center of the sphere to be seen. The material the sphere is composed of is unknown, and upon the recommendation of Dr. Redacted, research into the material composition shall be limited to visual observation until further notice. SCP-123 appears to weigh about 3.62 kilograms, though its actual mass is believed to be much higher. The geodesic sphere is hollow, save for the very center. At the center of SCP-123 is what appears to be a black sphere, approximately 1 millimeter in diameter. No light can be seen reflecting off of or emitted from the black sphere. The core also appears to exhibit significant gravitational force, which massively increases within the confines of the outer geodesic sphere. This gravitational force can be measured using sensitive instruments several dozen meters away. Within approximately 3 meters, the gravitational pull is apparent to any observer, with dangling objects beginning to be pulled towards the sphere. At the surface of the outer sphere, the gravitational pull doubles the weight of any object placed onto the structure. He looked at me, but The inner sphere's qualities are apparent when any small object is inserted within the outer sphere. Any such object quickly accelerates into the object and disappears. Any liquid poured into the object also is sucked into the central sphere. Analysis has shown that light near the black sphere is curved towards the center. The amount of gravity exhibited by the inner sphere at its surface suggests that its mass is approximately 10 to the 29th power kilogram. So the obvious gravity reducing effect within the outer sphere means that its actual mass may actually far exceed even that. Note that such a mass would ordinarily imply a Schwarzschild radius in the order of 200 meters, way in excess of the approximately 0.5 millimeters actually observed, which can be considered further testament to the outer sphere's gravity dampening qualities. Gases are affected by the gravity of SCP-123, and the atmosphere pressure at its surface has been measured at 205 kilo kPa. I don't remember what that one is.
No clue what that is. No clue.
However, gases are unable to penetrate the area between the triangles of the outer geodesic sphere. The reason for this is currently unknown and is currently being studied. It should be noted that the outer sphere and inner sphere appear to act as one. Whenever the outer sphere is moved, the inner sphere follows. Further research is suggested into the nature of this relationship. Addendum: SCP-123-A. SCP-123 has been suggested as a disposal. The researcher currently in charge of SCP-123, Dr. Redacted, is concerned about the structural integrity of the geodesic sphere. All, re- all requests for disposal must go through Dr. Redacted or request a formal hearing with Level 4 personnel. Until further notice, all interactions with SCP-123 is to be restricted to experimentation. Command personnel agree that further research is needed to understand the durability of the outer sphere.
It's a it's a black hole.
I think.
That's kind of all I really gathered.
Well, I guess that makes sense as to why they wouldn't want to carry it over water.
Yeah.
Whoopsies, dropped it into the ocean. Now the oceans are being absorbed.
You remember that one part of Dragon Quest III? The bottomless pot. You know the one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. You want to take this one too, more since it's rather small and I just
Yeah,
read
sure.
two. All right.
Item number SCP-124. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-124 is to be kept in a 4.2 by 2.1 meter stone pit in its containment cell. The pit is to be 1.5 meters deep. A plastic tarp is to be placed over SCP-124 when not in use, so absolutely no biological matter is allowed within 1 meter of SCP-124 when not being studied. An armed guard is to be stationed outside of SCP-124's cell at all times. Description: SCP-124 is a plot of soil approximately 9 meters squared in area and 14 meters cubed in size. It was recovered from a Detroit base. It was recovered from a Detroit basement when authorities were notified of two teenagers growing large amounts of marijuana.
Great.
Fantastic.
Great.
SCP-124 has the ability to grow any biological organism to its full potential in a relatively short amount of time. Yeah, no fucking wonder. Okay. The length varies according to the complexity of the organism. Nothing growing in the SCP-124 requires external nutrients or other resources. For example, a tomato plant would not require water or light. Pesticides, too, are needed as SCP-124 has a repellent effect on any insect or other invertebrates not growing in it. Any food grown in SCP-124 is reported to be of very high quality, taste, and nutrition, no matter what state the food was in before being planted in SCP-124. Document 124-1. List of items grown in SCP. The following is a selective list of objects grown in SCP-124 during experiments. Input. Product of SCP-124. Tomato seed. Fully grown tomato plants. All tomatoes, 12 on each plant, were ripe and juicy, reported to be very tasty. A small watermelon, 0.8 kilograms to 11.1 kilograms. 24.5 pound watermelon. Holy shit.
Sheesh.
Reported to be very sweet and tasty. Grass seed, 1. SCP-124 quickly sprouted into a lush green lawn within a matter of seconds. Jesus. Slight dew on the grass. Small overgrown hedge. A hedge trimmed and shaped like a dolphin. Another small overgrown hedge. This one trimmed and shaped like a skull. That one probably spooked him a little bit.
I like to imagine that if it weren't a skull, they would have just kept seeing what it was gonna shape shit into. They would have just kept putting in hedges. And then they got the skull and they were like, oh, yeah, maybe it didn't like that.
Incredible. Small Labrador Retriever puppy, Sandy Brown. A fully grown bronze-colored Labrador Retriever in peak condition, currently living with Dr. Church. Hell yeah. I don't know why you planted a dog, but hell yeah.
Well,
Small Caucasian fetus, male. Data expunged. After killing 6 personnel, the subject was terminated by SCP containment team. Great. What's the data expunged? Oh, okay, don't. A piece of hard candy, a humanoid construct composed of hard candy. The significance of this is unknown. Touch it. Goddamn.
Gay Foundation. Oh god.
Get away from me! Alright, get away.
What even? I fucking love when they do this shit, man. Girly girls.
Yep. Yep. Fly larva. Data expunged. Level 5 lockdown was initiated. Yeah, maybe stop planting non-plant matter into that dumb shits.
But what if they made a really cool fly?
Listen, the
gonna-
only animal that didn't try to murder them was the dog.
I'm gonna plant my car's engine block.
I mean, to be
You
fair,
get a transformer.
I don't think anything could cause a fucking Labrador Retriever to become evil, alright? They're
No.
just a pure force of good.
I mean, yeah.
Unless it was evil and they just couldn't tell.
It's
No.
evil in that it chews all of your socks.
SCP-125. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. Supports for instances of SCP-125 are kept in padded boxes and covered with a fine nylon
Rich, we can hear through your mic.
There we go. Supports for instances of SCP-125 are kept in padded boxes and covered with fine nylon mesh that allows vision through, but obscures the surface of the mirror by at least 25%. These supports consist of a polished metallic surface, currently silver-plated brass, with no sharp or irregular edges, which must imperatively be smoothed out to prevent rips in the protective mesh. To further prevent incidents, any person penetrating the room where SCP-125 is located... Why do they have to word it like that? Who the hell talks like that? I don't even care if you're writing a professional article. Any person penetrating the room? They entered the room. That's it. That's all you've got to say. You don't need to penetrate it. Anyway, SCP-125 is located, must also wear such a protective mesh over their face. Metal-plated glass mirrors should be avoided for the purpose of containment, as SCP-125 is capable of moving from the glass itself to the metal surface. Any metallic surface in the room must be dulled to prevent reflections. As an additional security measure, the room is kept in darkness and monitored only via infrared and ultraviolet lighting when no experiment is taking place. No mirror or comparably reflective surface, including but not limited to metal case pens, sunglasses, laptop computers, and glass objects, may be allowed in the room outside controlled experiments. The SCP may not be photographed or filmed in its unrestrained state. If any personnel on site, and particularly personnel having recently been involved with SCP-125, report seeing black dots, MTF at a 10 and Chi 7 will be immediately put on standby and a level 2 alert for potential containment breach will be declared. Individuals contaminated will undergo Containment Protocol 125-B and may not return to active duty until the instance of SCP-125 affecting their cornea has been rendered completely inert. Description: SCP-125 is an apparently sentient being that can only exist within reflections. At rest and viewed up front, it takes the form of a black circle, 17.2 millimeters in diameter, resting on the reflective surface. Its first anomalous characteristic is that it appears as a perfect circle to any observer, regardless of the surface's angles, bends, and the location of the viewer or viewers. In that regard, it acts more as if it were a sphere in contact with the surface, but lacking any shadow or highlight. And this, even where an obstacle such as containment mesh makes it clear SCP-125 does not extend beyond the surface it is imprinted to. SCP-125 does not reflect visible light or infrared. When observed in ultraviolet, however, data expunged, up to and including data expunged, for unclear reasons it also emits a minute but measurable and constant amount of X-rays. SCP-125 is capable of movement across the surface it currently exists on. This movement may only occur across a surface uninterrupted by either an angle. The surface must follow a reasonably continuous curve or a non-reflective area. SCP-125 has demonstrated incapability to cross scratches and frosted or etched areas of the surface. In many instances, however, SCP-125 will circumvent these limits by jumping to a reflection to round a corner, or between the separate outer glass and silver surfaces of a metal glass mirror, hence the preference for opaque I'm fucking lost. I'm
Yeah.
like absolutely lost right now on this shit. Hence the preference for opaque metallic surfaces for containment purposes. Although capable of moving anywhere along the surface, SCP-125 generally remains immobile in a location near its edges, if any, and if on a surface that has a specific immobile orientation, will usually remain in the lower right corner or its equivalent, even if the item is later moved. Any reflective surface capable of displaying a reasonably accurate reflection of SCP-125 can host it. So far as this has included a range of mirror quality surfaces, glasses, polished or varnished surfaces such as stone wood, glass, glossy plastic, and even undisturbed pools of liquid or polished nails. When reflected by another surface, SCP-125 is capable of instantly transferring to it. However, SCP-125 cannot survive on or transfer to or away from a surface smaller than its own area. Should it be constrained to one, it will rapidly become translucent and disappear completely. The entity has demonstrated a certain level of sentience and even sapience. Despite lacking physical existence, it appears unwilling to be touched directly or otherwise hidden from sight. It will also resist to the best of its abilities any attempt at reducing its freedom of movement, either by jumping to another surface or moving across its current one very fast. It will also flee from perceived threats, even complex ones expressed by speech. Demonstrating an understanding of human communication, how it is capable of this, and whether or not it can wishes to communicate back is currently unknown. In its normal state, SCP-125 is completely harmless and incapable of multiplying. It is, however, perfectly capable of moving to a living reflective surface, specifically that of a living animal's cornea. It will, in fact, do everything in its power to do so, indicative of a natural desire. Once it has achieved this, SCP-125 diminishes in size by a factor of 10 to 1.72 meters in diameter, while existing on the surface
Millimeters.
of living tissue. What?
Millimeters.
Yeah,
You just said meters.
my bad.
Big difference, that's all. Only reason why. Please continue.
While existing on the surface of living tissue, SCP-125 becomes capable of multiplying and infecting a potentially unlimited number of surfaces, as opposed to merely moving between them. This multiplication occurs within the cornea, rapidly causing the victim to complain of seeing dots.
Oh,
Past this
god
stage,
damn it.
the SCP-125 infestation will rapidly, within 5 to 9 days of initial infection, crowd out the entire tissue, causing the eye to go blind. After which stage the cells of the eye and optic nerve appear to undergo mass apotheosis, causing a non-infectious abscess. Why this occurs is yet to be elucidated. Only after the apoptic stage has run its course does SCP-125 cease being contagious. No treatment for SCP-125 infestation is known to be efficient beyond keeping the affected eye tightly covered to prevent further spread and administration of heavy antibiotics to reduce risk of infection. Outbreaks continue to occur on an irregular basis, suggesting that SCP-125 is either a naturally occurring phenomenon or that it was spread over much of the planet at some point prior to the beginning of written history. For a list of known past outbreaks, see document SCP-125 Delta. That's not
Who the
actually
fuck
the link.
uses elucidated in a research document?
This one was weird. It's the one with the fucking penetrate the door, and I'm like, just walk through it, man. That's so stupid. I can take this one too, I think.
Yep.
Item number SCP-126. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-126 is kept within a standard Euclid-class humanoid containment cell, despite not having needs consistent with that of a normal human or any kind of nourishment, as this environment has proven the most effective in keeping SCP-126 contained. In case of a
Yes.
containment breach, acoustic sensors embedded within SCP-126's containment cell, as well as the entire wing in which SCP-126's cell is housed, can be used to locate SCP-126. Firm but polite verbal requests for SCP-126 to return to its cell are to be given until it complies. Personnel interacting with SCP-126 must undergo regular psychiatric screening, and personnel exhibiting emotional attachment to SCP-126 must be administered a Class B amnestic and reassigned. Description: SCP-126 is an invisible and intangible entity that can only be identified via sound. SCP-126 is sentient with the ability to speak in multiple languages in a female voice and engage in conversation with any subject within range. To date, no method by which SCP-126 can be visually detected has been devised, as SCP-126 does not appear to emit any kind of light, radiation, heat, or electromagnetic energy. SCP-126 does appear to occupy an area, as evidenced by the ability to triangulate its suggested location via its voice. SCP-126 also emits sound when moving, consistent with footsteps made by a human subject wearing high heels with a mass of approximately 55 to 60 kilograms. Though no depressions can be seen in any floor materials and pressure sensors do not register any kind of presence. Ghost. SCP-126 cannot pass through barriers that would prevent a normal human subject from passing, such as a closed door, not a ghost. But solid objects can be pushed through the space it occupies without any effect. For unknown reasons, SCP-126 will comply with any request for it to follow a specific human subject or move to a specific location without question, though it may move away afterwards or if it is not able to physically comply with the request. SCP-126 will engage in conversation with any personnel within its containment cell, preferring topics such as art, nature, and philosophy. SCP-126 exhibits knowledge of current topics and intelligence consistent with that of a college graduate, as well as moderate attention deficit disorder. SCP-126 will regularly change language without reason and stray off topic while conversing without warning. Attempts to question SCP-126 about its origin or nature have been unsuccessful, as SCP-126 becomes confused when presented with such questions and will quickly stray away from the topic. Despite not appearing to use or need any furniture or appliances, SCP-126 will request such items as a bed, dresser, mirror, and other sundries if not present, and is more than likely to stay in a room if such items are available. A small number of personnel exhibit anomalous behavior after engaging in conversation with SCP-126, including but not limited to believing that they have known SCP-126 for many years and that SCP-126 is a close friend or loved one. If not treated, these subjects will begin to ignore basic needs in order to continue conversing with SCP-126, eventually dying from dehydration or starving. SCP-126 was discovered in a suburban home and redacted after several reports of the house being haunted. A Foundation containment team was able to quickly locate SCP-126 and after conversing for several minutes, convinced SCP-126 to enter a mobile containment unit which was being used to transfer it to a local Foundation containment site. Addendum 126-1. Researcher note. To date, conversations with SCP-126 have yielded several notable personality traits. SCP-126 is mildly arachnophobic and will move away from any specimens introduced to its containment cell. Love that. SCP-126 exhibits a desire to assist with any task which it believes it can be of help, despite being unable to manipulate objects. SCP-126 prefers to converse with male subjects that exhibit humor and intelligence. SCP-126 expresses a desire to have children and has conversed with staff on several occasions regarding child care methodology. SCP-126 has the ability to fluently speak English, French, German, Portuguese, Spanish, and at least 3 other unknown languages. Dr. Redacted, Senior Researcher. I like it. It's cute.
MILF ghost. That is all.
MILF Ghost?
Yeah.
She just wants to have kids.
Shame.
What happens if you put it in a room with a lowerable ceiling and crush it? Or, one of those things that they use to crush grapes. Death Star trash compactor. There's probably a lot of SCPs that would just be nuclearized if they put them in a fucking compactor.
Alright, that's it. You're getting the hydraulic press.
But that's not the point.
Mods, put him in the femur breaker.
Oh. Oh.
Huh? What?
Oh, this is also really small. You can take this one in the next one then.
Okay.
Unless Ridge wants it.
Up to him.
It's a gun, Ridge.
It is a gun that shoots teeth. That's true. Alright, fine. Hang on, give me a second. Item number SCP-127. Object class safe. Special containment procedures. 127 is considered no more dangerous than a normal firearm of its type. However, due to its extraordinary properties, it is to be held at Weapons Locker 7C when not in use.
It's really funny that they do just use this thing.
I read a when not in use, and I'm just like, oh, they just use this? Okay, got it, sure.
Hell yeah.
And suspended in water rich in calcium and protein. At this time, only the research team assigned to 127 has clearance to access it. Description: 127, upon first glance, appears to be a standard MP5K PDW submachine gun. Tests have revealed that aside from the outer steel and polymer shell, the entirety of the firearm is organic and alive. The weapon's ammunition initially appeared to be human-like teeth. However, DNA testing of the bullets resulted in no match to any known species on Earth.
Real quick, your mic is kind of fluctuating in decibels.
What if I do this? Is this better?
Little closer.
Probably fine.
Very well. 127 features 2 settings, semi-automatic and fully automatic. An audible groan can be heard when switching between the two. Upon depleting the weapon's magazine of typically 60 shots, it takes between 3 to 5 days to regrow a new supply of ammunition. Attempts to remove the magazine have resulted in failure. It seems to be permanently attached to the weapon.
I like the idea that you go to switch it to like automatic fire and it's just like
It's the fucking Dark Souls groan whenever you get hit.
127 does not seem capable of reproduction at this time. Scans have shown no apparent reproductive organs, and requires no sustenance beyond water, calcium, and protein. 127 was originally located in the house of Dr. James Redacted. Mr. Blank was found dead from a heart attack on the night of 1971, November 17th. Coroner's reports state that Mr. Blank died sometime in the morning of November 8th, but was not noticed missing until more than a week later. No complications or unusual circumstances were found to lead to his death.
Uh-huh.
Due to his extensive gun collection, the ATF and FBI were notified to collect his weapons.
Oh yeah, nothing unusual about his death, huh? Extensive gun collection, huh?
Heart attack. 127 was discovered during testing and cataloging and was promptly collected by SCP agents.
I know it says heart attack, but come on.
Also, fuck the ATF. Those guns should have gone to his kids. Uh, unless he didn't have any, but I'll be honest.
Addendum.
I feel like it's a
Addendum.
very rare thing to not have
Addendum.
somebody
Shut up.
you can will your stuff to.
Addendum. Reclassified as safe in 1993.
Yeah. A very short article, but. Oh, this is more of Mord's article. All right.
All right, give me a sec. I'm getting an ice cream sandwich.
Do you want us to actually
You're-
wait till you get back, or?
No, you're fine.
Oh. Okay. I think this one was up to you, Mord.
Yeah, probably. Just in case you should do it anyway.
No.
Alright. Item number SCP-128. Object Class Euclid. Special Containment Procedures. SCP-128 is to be held in a windowless containment chamber with blast-proof doors and walls, and a ventilation system that maintains Class 100 clean room conditions inside. The interior of the containment chamber is to be monitored remotely by cameras welded in place with protective grating. The speakers and laser monitoring system must be similarly welded into place and protected with grating. The entry to SCP-128's containment chamber must include an antechamber with a second locked door that cannot be viewed from the chamber door. Personnel entering the test chamber for any reason must wear ballistic armor and must not bring any loose items inside the chamber. All required equipment must be rigidly mounted to the armor. Interference with the laser monitoring system or the central wheel is forbidden unless required for maintenance. In the center of the containment chamber, a wheel must be mounted to a concrete pedestal and allowed to spin freely. Should the wheel be measured to spin at less than 4,000 RPM at any time, all personnel are required to evacuate the containment chamber and foam nozzles will be deployed. The fuck? Okay, fine. Okay. Archive containment procedures for log purposes only.
Oh my god.
Fuck me. Okay.
Do you want to just skip this, or do you want?
No.
Wait, where does it turn into the where?
I think it changes what's viewed.
Okay, it's like 2 paragraphs. I thought it was all of this. That's my bad.
Okay. Follow above protocols. Do not attempt below. SCP-128 is to be kept in a chamber measured at least 10 by 10 by 5 meters with walls and doors armored in 5 centimeter steel plate. All personnel who enter the containment room must wear full sets of heavy body armor, including ballistic plates. Any loose objects of mass greater than 5 kilograms, which is crossed out, are strictly prohibited. Clothing and related items are generally considered safe, as the entity appears to be incapable of distinguishing these from their wearers. Writing utensils, loose change, and other trinkets present considerable hazards to personnel should therefore be used sparingly. No, not at all. Never enter the containment chamber. Sorry, it was hard to tell if that was crossed out or not.
Yeah.
All items are to be cleared from room via suction before any... Okay. All items are to be cleared from room via suction before any personnel will be permitted to enter. Once personnel have exited, SCP-128 is to be given small objects, both to study its behavior and to alleviate boredom, if applicable. Okay. In the event of escape, the surrounding area will be evacuated and locked down, possibly followed by attempts to herd SCP-128 back to its enclosure. Past experiences suggest that the latter is unnecessary, as the entity has shown no apparent desire to vacate the premises and will eventually return of its own accord. Description: SCP-128 is an immaterial source of kinetic energy which can be conferred upon any non-living solid material within line of sight of the source. The source itself is motile, with a tendency to remain along the walls, or at least the central wheel of the containment chamber. The line of sight is blocked by any opaque material, including lead, steel, or any single sheets of paper, but not transparent materials, such as ballistic glass. Opaque radiolucent materials? The fuck? Okay. Will contain
No clue.
SCP-128's range of effect, suggesting that transmission of energy occurs at visible light wavelengths, but darkness does not prevent transmission of kinetic energy. Okay, cool. What is it?
It's a ghost that moves things telepathically. Or else
Fine.
telekinetically.
Despite SCP-128's invisible in material form, it has been determined that the entity cannot be compressed into a space under a 2-centimeter radiosphere. Such compression with opaque materials, however, is not advised, as dust particles within the space will be excised, generating extreme heat, potentially rupturing the compression chamber explosively. I like the idea that they tried to put it in a ball
They tried to just
and it
compress
just
it as much as they
blew
could,
up.
and this poor thing is just like,
It just fucking blows up in your hand like a fragmentation grenade. SCP-128 arbitrarily chooses which items to accelerate, with a slight statistical preference for new objects over older ones. Despite the existence of some form of acceleration, choosing tests do not indicate an active sentience directing the choice, with one exception. The object does not accelerate living material, with its own parameters regarding what it considers living. Person or robots moving of their own accord are not accelerated, nor is any part that are rigidly attached. Dead or conscious people and the animals are also not accelerated. Unmoving but conscious test subjects report a light tugging in the presence of SCP-128, which immediately stops at the first sign of movement or animal-like characteristics. Plants and fungi, alive or dead, are similarly not accelerated. Unpowered robots, however, are susceptible to acceleration.
That's funny.
Addendum 128-1 Recovery Log. SCP-121 was 121? Fuck. 128 was recovered from a private home in Redacted. Reports of telekinesis and random anomalous kinetic activity has been previously confirmed by field agents at MTF MU-13. Ghostbusters was called in to isolate and capture the anomaly. Alright, who's... Oh god, there's like 7 fucking layers of... Okay.
Okay, there's control, lead,
Okay.
gamma, delta.
I'm just gonna have you play Control. And I'll fucking ad-lib the rest of it, in terms of voices.
Okay, equipment
Or
check.
inflections.
Tranquilizer pistols,
All pistols loaded and checked.
ballistic armor.
Armor check.
I'm not used to carrying this ordnance.
That's not Control.
I know, but you said we were gonna ad-lib whoever does whatever, and I was like, I'll take
What
that
I
one.
mean is you read Control and I'm just gonna take the rest of them for simplicity.
Okay, alright, alright, cool. It's
I'm not used to
issue
carrying
for
this
sort of
ordnance.
intangible. We had to dig deep in our files, had to look up old references. SOP on this dates back to 1968. Phenomenon was called a poltergeist back then.
Poltergeist. That is old. Type 1 or 2.
It could be a type 1, a telekinetic vector associated with a deceased person, but field agents said there was considerable domestic strife in the home. It's most likely undifferentiated kinetic energy from a latent Bixby under extreme stress, type 2.
That's why containment involves the pistols. Trank all inhabitants and it should shut down the anomaly long enough for us to figure out whose astral it is. Standard EMP tools are for containment of an autonomous intangible. Should it be a type 1. Get careful in there. Take no chances. Beta, get the parabolic microphone on the house. We need to identify inhabitants. Mic online now.
Like from Phasmophobia.
POI 1. How many times do I have to tell you, Brittany, clean your fucking room already? You're such a shit-ass snob. I did. It was spotless before I went to school. It was... Oh my god, Tyler, it was you, wasn't it, you little douche? No, why would I step foot in your nasty-ass pigsty? Considerable domestic strife, you say? Yeah, just get in there and put them all to sleep. They could use the nap. And be careful of loose objects. Confirming 3 targets. Move out. Sounds of leaving the containment vehicle, approaching the house, and bashing in the door. Sounds of tranquilizer pistol being fired. Sun's down. Looks young. Beta, check his vitals. Make sure the drugs aren't too much of a shock to his system. The darts are calibrated to someone at least 40 kilos. Gamma, Delta, find the father and daughter now. Footsteps through the house, another sound of his tranquilizer pistol. Father's down, reaching for a shotgun. Glad we got to him first. Good work, Gamma. Delta, find the daughter. Track her to the bedroom. There's stuff everywhere here. Looks like a tornado ripped through here. Shades are pulled. She's got a pet hamster, but I don't see her. Trying in the closet. Careful, Delta. That's probably the source of the poltergeist activity. Roger that. I just got hit in the face with a pillow. Quick, Gamma. Delta needs backup.
Needs backup! Go, go, go! They throw like
She threw a pillow.
pillows!
Sound of wood splintering, sound of trank pistol being fired. Daughter is down. Repeat, daughter is down. Chair just got thrown against the wall. Bookshelf falling over. Activity increasing. Marbles. She has marbles. Ow! We got a type 1. Get out of the room, Delta. Damn it, just ow! Everyone out! Grab my hand and pull. It's the hamster. It's a fucking tornado hamster. Tracking the hamster.
No,
Delta, no, the
no,
darts
no.
are calibrated.
It's the hamster!
Hamster down.
Get the hamster!
Why are you stopping? I tranked her. Everyone out. Delta down. Close the doors. Get ready for type 1 containment. End log. That's really fucking funny.
God, this is so funny. It's the fucking hamster! Go! Go!
They're just watching shit gets thrown at them.
It's so funny imagining it's just like, oh, it's just like, they're wearing like full body armor,
Okay.
presumably, and they're just
Okay,
getting like fucking
so-
marbles pelted out of them. Like, ah, fuck it, stop! Everyone
Okay.
out!
Okay, so I interpret that as two. Hang on, let me finish reading this out first. Closing notes. EMP deployment for Type 1 poltergeist containment functioned as expected, but failed to contain the anomaly. MU-13 Gamma backed the MTF truck through the residence wall into the daughter's bedroom and opened the back doors. When the anomaly was observed to be inside the truck, the doors were shut and backup was called to tow the truck with accelerated debris in the armored trailer. Cover story of tornado striking the house was released.
The
Damn.
hamster, no!
Anyways, there are two ways I interpret that. Either it's effectively just like a whirlwind in the center of the room that's pelting them with shit periodically, or I like to personally envision it as like someone sitting somewhere in the room and like actively just hitching shit at someone. Both are really funny for different reasons.
It's got marbles!
It's just like a small cluster floating floating, and then one gets plucked out from the pile and it just gets whipped at them in like 40 kilometers.
God, this one is good.
Oh, this is fantastic. Addendum 128-2. Principal Researcher's Notes. Principal Researcher Dr. Cordelia Argent. Oh, good, she's got red text. Subject SCP-128. Despite what the recovery log would say, this is not a poltergeist. Poltergeists are an obsolete term anyway. This is not a spirit or consciousness as we might think of the term. Can't pass through walls or the like. This is a source of kinetic energy. I've updated the description to show this. It's hard to say what precisely it is, but it appears to be best thought of as a hole through which a constant momentum enters this universe. How this is accomplished is still the subject of further tests. In addition, the hamster did not have direct control over the phenomena. If the hamster had conscious control, then the phenomena would have ceased with its termination.
No.
Instead, if we continue the analogy of this being a hole, then the hamster was a valve covering the hole, which could be opened or closed to allow in more or less momentum. This valve appears to have been stuck open. So all the talk about us having the ghost of a telekinetic hamster in containment should stop. It's inaccurate. I fucking love this. This is my favorite we've done in a while.
This one's really funny. I fucking love it.
I like how Cordelia is just like, it's not a fucking hamster. Now quit it.
It's not a ghost hamster. Stop calling it a ghost hamster.
Ghost hamster. I'll kill you.
Oh, this is two separate fucking things, is it? Ah, cool.
No,
All
no,
right.
absolutely not. Alright, and
cool,
what's Argent?
yeah,
No,
yeah.
no, absolutely not. Not
Are
real.
you sure? These are probably related
Nope,
to the
nope,
ghost hamster, I
nope,
promise.
Yep, nope, yeah, we'll get to them in like 10 years. The fuck is Rod? Alright, who's that?
Me.
No, I mean, like, click the red.
I think we both know
Just
what
in
it's
case.
going to be. I think we both know what it's going to be.
Anyways, so are you, Rod?
Yeah.
Alright. Hi, Rod. You there?
Hi, Cordy. Yes, I am. Congrats on your promotion. How are things?
Okay, but I've been put in charge of 128, and its containment is stressing me out.
What's that? Can you send me the file?
Yeah, hold on.
Got it. So it's some kind of kinetic energy entity. Sounds like just your sort of thing, Dr. Anomalous Physics.
Haha, very funny. Yes, I figured out it's a field of constant momentum without a center of mass. Essentially, you treat the momentum of the system as a scalar constant instead of a vector, independent of direction. Simple enough mathematically, but it does mean that the energy in the kinetic system is constantly fluctuating and being added to maintain the constant scalar momentum. It's supposed to be modulated up and down, but apparently was under control of a hamster, and when the hamster died, the field got stuck at up.
So what's the issue about containment? There are procedures here.
They're ridiculous. It's basically give it toys, but take them away whenever someone enters the chamber just so it can fire the researcher's clipboard through his skull. I've had to fill the room with foam pillows and send janitorial class D-class in there in full battle armor just to clear the body away. The site director says that's not the first time, and what am I supposed to do?
You need a constant linear momentum without center of mass vector positioning in the containment chamber, and the controller entity of the momentum field demonstrates some familiarity with objects.
Yes.
It's a hamster. Give it a wheel.
It's not a That's why you're the biologist and I'm the physicist. Thank you.
You're still the smart one with the promotion, sis. You're welcome.
I love this SCP
This
so
is a really
much.
good article. This is honestly solid. It's a
God,
hamster.
I love this.
Give it a wheel. And she's like, that's so fucking stupid. Oh, that
My
would
God.
probably work.
Oh no.
God damn it. I love it. Love this.
Uh,
Really good.
God, I love these so much.
This is why I did want to go, like, just, SCP
In
by
order,
SCP,
because
that
no one
ensures we
talks
do
about
hit some,
this
like,
thing.
solid
one.
ones.
No.
No! I wanted
Sorry,
to like
dumbass.
it.
You have to make a wiki.account account for that, and no one's doing that.
Yeah. Alright. Oh, Keter. Joy of joys.
Ooh.
Alright. Item number SCP-129. Object class Keter. Special containment procedures. SCP-129 is at large in the world and infects large numbers of humans and animals daily. As such, containment efforts are focused on treatment of infected individuals and on eradication of any or all member of species of SCP-129. Although at least 98% of the world's population harbors a natural immunity to one or more species of SCP-129, outbreaks that reach Stage 3 or higher, described below, must be contained as quickly as possible, with infected individuals quarantined under high-risk contagion protocols. See Document 129A-1 for further information. In the event of Stage 4 or Stage 5 outbreak, in addition to the above procedures, data expunged as described in Document 129-A-2, Level 4 clearance required. Description: SCP-129 is a series of at least redacted different species of fungus that can only infect any animal with mucosal membranes. Infection by SCP-129 can pass through up to 5 stages, depending on exposure to further member species of SCP-129, individual resistance, and other factors, with each stage of infection facilitating progression to the next stage by weakening the individual's resistance to subsequent infection. Due to a combination of historical events, most humans and animals are naturally immune to SCP-129-4 through SCP-129 redacted. Therefore, outbreaks of Stage 3 infections are quite rare, but have the potential for widespread infection if not swiftly isolated and contained. All known cases of SCP-129 have followed the below 5 stage progression, though redacted, possibly due to mutation. Is this just another random SCP?
Damn it!
Stage 1. The first organism, SCP-129-1, attacks the victim's mucosal membranes, multiplying quickly and unobtrusively. A faint yeast-like smell might be detected, but beyond that, SCP-129-1 is asymptomatic. A second organism, SCP-129-2, can then infect the host, causing the victim to experience symptoms identical to those. Hold on. Identical to those of acute viral nasopharyngitis, the common cold. The decreased efficacy of the host's immune system due to the infection from SCP-129-2 allows SCP-129-1 to become entrenched further. SCP-129-1 and O2 generally leave the host body within 4 to 6 days. Though both species are fairly widespread and most of the population has little to no protection against either organism, they pose little danger themselves, except to facilitate infection by SCP-129-3. Stage 2. Although SCP-129-3 is usually stopped by natural mucus, Stage 1 infection changes the composition of the host mucus so that the host is significantly less resistant to SCP-129-3. Once established in the host, SCP-129-3 alters the host's mucus, lymph, and blood such that other species of SCP-129 can thrive in the host. Symptoms of Stage 2 infection include greatly increased mucus production, a nagging cough due to an excess of phlegm, a lingering low-grade fever, increased sweating and salivating, a somewhat increased preference for vegetables, and the complaint that certain fruit juices taste odd. Infection by SCP-129-3 generally lasts anywhere from 2 weeks to 4 months before being driven out by the immune system, unless the host enters Stage 3 infection. At least redacted percent of all humans have experienced Stage 2 infection at some point, but due to natural immunities, in spite of Stage 2 infection, and the relative rarity of Stage 3 species, less than redacted of that redacted have passed into Stage 3. Stage 3. In the absence of SCP-129-3, nearly all animals are immune to the 3 species that cause Stage 3 infection. However, a small number of Stage 2 victims can become infected with one or more of these species. In these cases, the fungal infections become entrenched in the host and cannot be removed without extraordinary measures. Individually, the Stage 3 species elicit different symptoms in the host. SCP-129-4 causes increased tear production, slight yellowing of the eyes. SCP-129-05 causes the host's nails to thicken and significantly increases earwax production. SCP-129-6, in particular, bright yellow urine and small pellets in the host species, both of which smell strongly of yeast. However, a victim becomes infected with all 3 of these species will within hours develop flu-like or worse symptoms and become bedridden for 3 to 5 weeks. Afterward, though the victim appears to have recovered fully, in actuality SCP-129 is spread throughout all systems in the host body, marking passage into Stage 4. One moment. Victims who reach Stage 4 appear generally healthy and indeed may be more lively and energetic than at any time since first contracting SCP-129. In actuality, SCP-129 1 through 6 have spread throughout the host body, completely infiltrating the subject's immune, respiratory, circulatory, reproductive, redacted, and central nervous systems. Mycelia from SCP-129 species also permeate the host's skin and replace some percentage up to redacted of the host's hair. These hyphae, which are nearly indistinguishable from the host's natural hair, are used to propagate SCP-129 to other hosts. Any potential host that comes into contact with the shed-off hyphae has a 90% chance of becoming infected with SCP-129. Hyphae seem to be equally contagious from any part of the host body, although redacted if sexually transmitted due to redacted. Despite, or perhaps because of, increased susceptibility to SCP-129, Stage 4 victims are much more resistant to viral and bacterial pathogens than uninfected subjects. All known subjects who have reached Stage 4 have either progressed to Stage 5 or died within redacted weeks. Stage 5. Symptoms of Stage 5 infection depend on a variety of factors, including the particular Stage 5 species that are present, as well as a genetic, physiological, environmental, and any number of unknown factors. However, in Stage 4, all Stage 5 victims are highly contagious and can infect victims who had previously shown complete immunity. Notable manifestations of stage 5 symptoms. February redacted. Witnesses riding in a commuting train car, redacted, describe a woman suddenly blowing up like a balloon and exploding, but instead of blood and viscera, the contents of the car were covered in spores and filaments. Analysis later showed that the victim was infected with SCP 129-9 14 and redacted. All persons and objects in the affected area were quarantined, euthanized, and incinerated per protocol. Redacted casualties including redacted personnel. May redacted. Following a string of disappearances in redacted, were tracked to caves several kilometers from town. Inside, investigators found several pulsating mounds of flesh and vegetative material. Although most were unrecognizable, a few of the entities retained some human characteristics and were identified as some of the missing citizens. Researchers theorize that victims of this combination of SB-129 would interact normally with the populace, attempting to infect others, until after a period of time they would come to the cave. How and why they were brought here is unknown. Upon arrival, the victims would change into the pulsating vegetative flesh mounds, which appear to be organisms modified to provide a long-term source of sustenance for SB-129. Analysis suggests the flesh mounds could potentially live for redacted years. Autopsy revealed the presence of SCP-129-10, 129-11, -14, and -redacted. Site quarantined and sanitized per protocol. Redacted known casualties. Data expunged. Oh, the fungus among us. Then 1:30. Oh, do you think we call it there for today, Mord?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we just hit over 2 hours, but oh, reading is hard, chat. It's really hard.
There were some middling ones, but there was also the fucking hamster geist. So like,
The hamster guys
I
is
would
really good, yeah.
that I'm so glad.
Ridge, do you want to play Oaklands?
Why?
Halloween event.
What's wrong with that second guy?
This one?
No, he just looks like that.
That's
Oh,
the
okay.
Demon Slayer character.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he just
know.
looks like that. Kill it.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
I hate that admin abuse events became a very popular thing on Roblox because it's so stupid. Just
What
like,
did?
what if somebody with admin came on and then just started fucking, like, giving people shit? It's so boring, but, like, it's such a popular thing because 8-year-olds love it. No way they brought Ghost fucking Duskit back to Lumion Legacy. Come on, Ridge, it's time for Oaklands. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm booting up the video game.
We've gotta check up on the Blendinator or what the flesh renderer.
The flesh dismantler.
Yeah. God, it has been ages since I've booted up Roblox, dude. Oh. What the hell is being displayed right now? Not this one. Is it this? That's not Roblox. Um.
40
Can
focus
I
one for me.
capture it with game capture? How do I stream Roblox nowadays? Did they release another random update that made it actually impossible to, like, fucking stream? I'm just getting a white
Yes.
screen.
Yes. You're not allowed to have copyrighted content.
It's genuinely, like, not working. It's just showing white. Why? That's just the Google huh? Hold on, let me look this up. Why can't I stream Roblox on Twitch? It says try using window capture instead of game capture, which I've already tried. Why is it just a white screen? Join party? That's not a thing. What? I joined Rich's party? What? Okay, we're in the same lobby. That's what matters. Can I stream an entire screen? Display capture. Okay.
Received an award. No, I don't want notifications for Oakland's
Okay, I managed to
Halloween.
get it displaying the correct monitor. Don't know if audio is actually coming through properly or not, but you don't want notifications for Oaklands? What's wrong with you? What the hell is that? I'm claiming this property. Why am I in the store right now? Alright, I'll check the update logs after I've checked out everything myself. Is that a fucking... What is that? This is mine now.
What is that? What's the floating tree above this person's house?
The purple one?
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to know. What the hell is that? That is on their base. I don't know what that is. If that's an actual tree or something they made. It looks weird.
Take me home.
I caught ghosts.
Yeah, they're around.
I don't... Oh boy. Do we get to see what happens if we put ghosts in the flesh dismantler?
So nothing. What's this? Third quarter moon shard.
That's part of getting these tools, the like lunar tools.
Oh, these ones?
Yeah, the ones that I gave you.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. Can you get it out of my field of vision then?
You can toss it if you want. You can also just
Can
sell
I
it
like
for candy.
process? Can I process it into shit?
I don't believe so unless they've added such an ability.
All right, into the furnace you go.
Oh wait, no, the door is open. My ghost. Wait, no, is it? Oh, it is. My ghosts. They just can't be seen through glass.
Most things can't be seen through glass. The glass isn't real.
These are funny. I like these things. Oh. Why'd you do that? These are mine.
Yeah. Alright. I'm going up to Halloween land. Come on.
Hold on, I want to bring these back to my base real quick. I also kind of wanted to check out Kami's lookout again. It's been a while since I've seen it.
I don't have that.
Didn't you have an elevator for it? I forgot about the little mini garage you made.
Which one is this?
Where are you?
I'm at Halloween World.
Awesome. I'm bringing my ghosts home and dropping them off, and then I'll be there.
Is the hammer the pickaxe? Yeah? Alright, cool.
Yeah. What is that? I think I see a new type of tree. Hold on, I got distracted.
Yeah, I'm beating apart a new type of ore.
Oh, that's a really cool looking tree. It's got like a bunch of like cobwebs over the branches.
Oh yeah, spider tree.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Give me this. I want the whole thing. It's a little durable.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's taking a fair few swings even from this axe. Ow! 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 Ow!
Is it taking offense?
Yeah! I'm being chased by a swarm of spiders, Ridge!
Okay.
I didn't bring any weaponry. I didn't think
Why
I'd
not?
need it.
Alright, how is this? Oh. The fuck is that? That's not a real vehicle.
I'm fleeing for now. Oh! Lightning just struck in front of me! Alright, let me drop off my, my ghosts, I suppose. And then I need to grab a weapon. I don't remember where I keep those, I'll be honest. I found where I keep my golf clubs.
Where's my gun?
Here's my flamethrower. Do you think I need to use the flamethrower to deal with the spiders? Like, there's a non-zero chance, right?
How much money do I have? Only 37k? Okay, that checks out.
Alright, I've gained weaponry. I'm going back to encounter the spiders.
I found a box of spiders.
I found a box of spiders. It's so funny, man.
Okay, Helix, how do I get candy?
You need to sell Halloween-related materials.
Okay, got it.
Okay, the spiders are all gone.
I asked because this thing apparently requires 65,000 candy to buy a broomstick.
What's the broomstick?
I assume you can fly on it.
That would be really funny. I should have brought my trailer, in all honesty. I didn't really realize until I was just now looking at it that this tree is kind of big.
There's a bunch of records on this shelf.
Oh, it's probably last year's combined with this year's.
Maybe. There's some tombstones up here, if you want to buy some of those.
Yeah. I never cared much for the unique things I could buy each event. I just wanted to get the unique things I could, like, find each event, because, like, I'll get, like, one of each record, but past that, it's like, I don't want to have, like, a box full of 20 records, just in case they don't bring them back, because this game's usually pretty reliable with bringing things back. The original Lumber Tycoon was not. I can't wait until Christmas and I can grind a, I can grind a pink RC car again. That'll be a lot of fun.
What is a hardened moon rod?
That's used to make the tools.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. You use that and a moon shard, and then you get a tool depending on what type of moon shard it was.
Oh, that's fun. Okay, well, I guess I need to find Halloween materials to sell.
Yeah, like this tree I just found, that I'm not giving you, it's mine. Like, there's hallowed trees that can spawn from, meteors and stuff that are worth a lot. I think pumpkins probably sell for them, but just not a lot at all.
Where the fuck is my car?
This is a rather large tree now that I look at it. I kind of just saw it and I was like, oh, I want that. I'm bringing that home with me. Do I have any spare storage boxes? I do. Build mode. F.
How do I get back to my home place? Is there a kill myself button?
Menu and reset. Spider web. There we go. Alright. Time to go check out. Oh, wait, there's somebody who just left a bunch of cobwebs next to my base. Did they claim them? They didn't. They're free. To be fair, the cobwebs are probably worth, like, actually nothing. They're simply just here as a decoration that can spawn naturally on those trees.
Yeah.
But that's not upsetting to me. I think it's neat. You know what sucks? I haven't played this in so long that I know I was last working on a wall of all the different colors that you can dye things. I don't have that mental memory of everywhere I've gotten all of the stuff from, though. So if I wanted to pick it up, I'd have to just guess. There's a new type of blue flower down here. What are these? Cornflowers from Minecraft?
Are they made of corn?
They're made of blue.
That's not what I asked. Oh wow, this place comes with a sheer cliff, so I can kill myself.
Yeah.
How nice of them.
I'm heading up to Halloween zone right now. I see a flipped over purple truck. Do you happen to know anything about that?
No, mine's by me.
Oh, okay.
I'm currently collecting cat's eye, as I assume that cat's eye is the quote real material.
I reveal myself when the moon is deep red. Okay, so there's an NPC who only shows up during blood moons here?
Wow.
That's interesting. Smoke slate, that might actually be new. I don't know.
Yeah, I've been looking at that too and have kind of been wondering.
Yeah. There's also whatever this cat. Oh, yeah, okay. Cat's eye. I found some. Yeah, there's 3 sizable chunks of smoke slate. I like how Cat's Eye looks. It's cool.
I'm gonna take some back to my processing center and processing center it.
Yeah, same here. Just so I can make the different signs out of it. As I'd say, there's a solid chance this is potentially one of the more valuable things for candy.
Yeah, which considering I apparently need 56,000,
To be fair, there are definitely other ways to get it. Like, I remember in the first event, there was, like, the blood moons, which would spawn, like, hordes of enemies around certain structures in the game.
so I don't actually think that I own any weapons.
I could take you to where you get some. Also, maybe you can get some here, I'm not sure. Maybe that's what the broomstick is. Weapon of mass destruction. Is Mord still here? Did Mord die? I just realized I didn't start streaming on Discord. Not that I think he'd really care to watch this, but who knows?
Oh god, FPS town.
Yeah, sorry, that's my bad. I picked up 5 objects at once, you know. God, I can see the fucking sun I created over my base from here. The, like, just floating star block in the middle of the air. It's really convenient for locating my base at a distance. Same as a, like, just pillar of snow that I decided to create. Oh, I see a yellow ghost.
Okay, cat's eye is like a material that someone could use, I suppose.
I want that yellow ghost, but it just changed to daytime. I have to hurry. I got it. I got the yellow ghost. I don't know what the rarities are. Yellow is typically most common, but there's also white in this. So who knows? Maybe it's flipped on its head and yellow is the rarest ghost out there. I don't know why there's a Finlay clover on my property. Or a, an oak. But I presume I had used them in a project previous to when I had quit the game. Speaking of which, I would like to show you some of the few projects I still have, like, left over from when we stopped playing. They're not insane, but I like them. Alright. Cat's eye. Give me a, like, normal piece. This works.
Cat's eye is worth a rather, like, noticeable amount of, candy.
It's, a very watery color.
Yeah.
Oh. Cat's eye.
All the other guys.
Refined. Cat's eye. Reforged. I'll drop the yellow ghost. Can I? Okay, ghosts are not a material you can build out of. Good information. Good information.
Jimmy, you'll just have to try next time.
Eventually, we'll be able to build with a living creature. Alright, so now all cat's eye can just go through into the pile, I suppose.
It's worth a pretty significant amount, like 2 ore chunks, and I'm at 17k candy.
Yeah. That's another thing I like about this game, is, like, it's not too bad with the grind in certain aspects, while other times it is. Like, the Lumite grind for, like, the fucking scuba gear is annoying as fuck. But, like, for the event, at least, it's not like, oh yeah, you need, like, 1,000,000 candy and 1 ore gives you, like, 5. which is what other Roblox games devolved into.
What is light slate?
That's, like, always been in the game. I
Okay,
think.
why is it glowing purple?
There might be magnetite ore in there. It's actually considerably rare.
Oh, is this it? Yeah, magnetite. Okay.
Yeah. Funny enough, the only ore that decreases in value when forged because it's magnetic and it loses its properties when it's forged. Like real life magnets.
So I shouldn't cook it?
Mm-hmm.
I should just sell the ore?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm like, why the fuck is that glowing purple?
Trying to see if I just do have smoke slate, but the answer's looking like no. So it must be no. I'd never miss anything. Alright, looks like I have a lot of crap that I can just sell off of my plot right now. Because it was just made for, building. Then it's like, I'm done building whatever I was making, so I don't need it anymore. What is that? Oh, it's quartz. Okay. Did you say mushroom?
Mushroom!
There's a mushroom here! Do you think, the only two achievements I need in Deep Rock still are the barrel kicking minigame one, and the, kick 10 barrels. Those are the only two that I'm, like, concerned about. The rest I genuinely believe won't be a problem for me to get. Do you think you doing in my lobby the barrel kicking minigame would work?
No.
No.
I'm more than willing to try, but, no.
Alright. I think
I'll
the barrel
certainly-
kicking minigame works. Like, I just turned an entire tree into one sign on accident.
Whoopsie daisies.
At least it wasn't a tree that mattered, it was an oak tree. That I was just going to process because it's on my plot, and I didn't want it to be on my plot anymore. Okay, the Finlay clover is a little too large on its own. I'll just chop it in half, and then it should be perfect. Okay. Because these were just stuff I used on a previous project and have since finished, and so I don't believe I need them anymore. And if I do, it's not that hard to gather materials in this game. There's like only a handful of materials that I'd feel annoyed having to get more of, like the fucking oob mab. Or the plek. The kelp
Where
backwards thing.
You need to get something shot by one of those guys.
No. That's easy by comparison to plek. Plek has you going the whole way down the water caves.
Yeah.
And it is technically the most expensive wood, it's just, it's not, like, in large amounts, so it's kind of fucking worthless.
It's really expensive, but, like, good luck getting a decent supply of it.
Yeah. It takes way too long to make it there and, like, make it back, and like, even if you can do that consistently, it's just so hard to get a lot of it. Alright, time for me to sell all the cat's eye and random crap I had. $12,000 and 15,000 candy. Let's go. Are private servers free for this game, actually? Oh, shit, they can... Oh, they can see that. Cool.
What?
I forgot I was streaming entire monitor, so they can just see when I tab out.
Yeah.
Aw, no, they're not free. Damn. Oh, well. I'm parking both of my trailers in an inconvenient place on your plot.
Okay.
You're welcome. There's a guy here with just 3 corrupt tumbleweeds in his trailers, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, I don't know
What
that
is this
means.
guy planning?
I don't know what those words mean.
They're just a corrupted tumbleweed that, like, kind of spawns in around Halloween time. And they roll at you and deal damage. Unlike the normal tumbleweeds that just roll around. I don't know if I know what these white trees are up here. I know the dead ones are old. Weeping Willow. No, oh, these are just in the normal game, I believe. They're not even, like, exclusive to this area. Just fucking yeeted one off the cliff because I realized I didn't need nor wanted. Goodbye, Stinky. Some cat's eye has already respawned.
Yeah.
Oh, I see a spider tree.
Yeah. Are you
It's
going to
just...
fight all the spiders that live in it again?
Yeah, it probably does. Oh, hi!
Oh, hello. I'm
Yeah,
gathering
it's
cats
straight
today.
down this way, far off towards the ocean.
Pardon me. I'm gathering cat's eye.
Gathered rocks.
How do I get down from here without tipping over my vehicle?
I don't know, but good luck. I'm here to check out the shop
'Cause
because
I've
I
got-
haven't seen this year's stock yet.
I've got a rather considerable amount of cat's eye.
In the parking bush. Giant bundle containing loads of Halloween content. Small bundle containing loads. Those are insane prices. Holy shit.
I was gonna say, I looked at those and then I said, nuh-uh.
$10 for the small pack and just a casual, you know, like, what is that? $30 for the large bundle? To be fair, you probably get, like, a lot of stuff, but still. Oh, I just realized the display capture actually covers everything else on stream because I didn't think about where it was placed. My webcam wasn't actually visible for the past, like... Oops.
Whoopsies into daisies.
Who the hell is Monsieur Move?
He's the owner of the place. The leader of the bunch, you know him well.
God, so stupid. Okay, yeah, I believe only like one of these discs is actually new, and it's Hallowed Oak.
Why is there an acorn and dynamite on my property?
Questions will never receive answers to. Halloween balloons. Hallowed candlesticks. Oh, there's a lot outside. I'll go check that out after. I'm gonna check the inside stock first. Cauldrons. Oh, fancy candle holder is new. Cauldrons
Nice.
and hallowed candles. All of these graves are old. Candle holder might just be brand new. Oh yeah, they do sell weapons in here for just money. Cool beans, cool.
Got 38k candy and 41k money. In other news, I have bad news. The smoke slate or whatever it's called sells for money.
That's fair. Halloween poppers. Gift of Halloween horror, 75k. Oh, there's wallpapers. That's neat. Oh, those are probably dyeable, aren't they? Oh, that's terrifying. Yeah, Hardened Moonrot. Only 10k is still kind of solid. Guess it's because they want people actually like getting it, because it's really solid. Alright, up into the attic. Anything new up here? Please tell me I can buy the giant spider. No! Okay, coffin. Used to be able to buy that anyway.
I mean, there was a box of spiders down in the basement.
I haven't gone down to the basement yet.
You should consider it. There's a box of spiders down there, which I'm led to believe may contain the giant spider.
7 tools depending on the circumstances?
Yeah.
Okay, there used to be 3. So I wonder what other new tools they've added from this thing. But the annoying part is that you have to get both of the items up here, which is kind of a pain in the ass getting them just through the entire building. Oh my god! I found something worth 999,000 candies.
What?
It's called Grudula, and it's a fucking stupid looking pig Dracula. Hold on.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Look at this.
Oh my god. Alright, we might need to get that.
Grudula.
Can you truly live in a world without Grudula? I thought not.
It's not despawning. There might be some gimmick to allow you to actually reasonably obtain Grudula. Oh, that's a new headstone. Okay.
What do you mean reasonably obtain? I'm almost at 50k myself.
A luxurious gargoyle is crazy. Yeah, more tombstones, headstones, blah blah.
What do all of these spider webs sell for?
I don't know. Presumably not a lot, because like 20 of them drop out of any spider tree. I think you should check how much a spider tree sells for when processed.
Alas, I've never seen a spider tree.
You were close to seeing one.
Alas. Alright, how much do the spider webs sell for? 2,869 candy beef.
For like an entire truckload, or like one?
For a fair amount. Like 7.
Okay, yeah, that's not the worst thing. Not like utterly ridiculous.
Oh, I think I see a spider tree. Okay, problem. I don't have a weapon to kill the spiders.
You can just flee from them.
Can
And
I run them
eventually they'll
over
just
with my
disappear.
car?
Is what I did.
Can I
Like, I
run
went
them
back
over
to
with my car?
grab my weapon, and by the time I made it back, they were gone.
I'm not hearing a no to my running them over with my car.
I can't really hear you. Your audio is a little shoddy.
I see. Vehicular manslaughter.
Oh, I don't think that works. Oh, is this a showcase of all the different types of corrupt trees? Oh, that's cool. Okay, so I know about corrupt cactus, corrupt willow. Well, that's corrupt creeping willow. This is like deadwood or something. The palm tree is new. This is new. That is really new. This is the tree that one guy had outside of his base.
I've gotten a beehive. They're very mad at me. Okay, hold on.
Oh, I didn't go into the fucking basement. Fuck. Oh well, I'll check it out another time. Oh.
Felix, the bees, they're mad at me.
The bees! The bees!
All I did was steal their home and put it in the back of my car.
Surprisingly enough, beehive is a material. You can use that to build out of.
Incredible.
Really silly, I know. But it is a material. You can also throw it into a dye press with a jar to make honey, which you can then sell, but that's not as funny, I guess. Oh no, I'm being affected by that one SCP. I've got dots in my vision.
Okay. Shit, he's gonna die.
Now, there were a lot of, like, infectious SCPs today, I guess. The eyeball virus, and then the fungal virus, and then the other viruses that I'm sure I'm forgetting about.
And then the time in microwave.
Yeah, which also created a virus.
I mean, that wasn't really its fault.
Yeah, it could do so much more than create a virus. That's just what happened.
Wow, that's moderately annoying.
What is?
There's a thing of cat's eye that has spawned in a difficult to reach location.
Yes. Define difficult to reach.
It's like up on top of a thing.
Oh, okay.
On top of a rock.
I've deemed that the most common ghost is yellow.
Yep. I've also deemed that, and that they sell for 250 candy a pop.
Yeah. My smoke's light. God, yeah, it's really annoying to drive around this area, huh? Specifically drive with keeping your shit in mind. You take a turn too fast, you're seeing that all fly across the map.
Yep, and it's going down. You know it, I know it.
I will say, you have never experienced it. However, the original game's vehicle mechanics aren't nearly as consistent as this game's vehicle mechanics. Your car will just glitch through the fucking floor if it feels like it. Your items
am I hearing
will
trigger?
just glitch through your thing whenever they feel like. I got a red ghost.
Wow, I don't think I've seen one of those, so that must be relatively rare.
Yeah. I think the usual rarity went like yellow, green, red, blue, purple. With purple being like extremely rare. Smoke plate slate is refusing to exit my vehicle. I'm trying to like pull it out and it just doesn't want to go. Yeah, got it. There we go. Alright, now I just need refined. And then forged. There we go. Smoke, slate, raw. Smoke, slate, refined. Smoke, slate, forged. There we go. Now I just need one more set of blueprints for the spider wood. Looks about exactly as you would expect.
Spiders.
No, just white and black.
And
Oh. It's got a slightly weird texture for its planks compared to normal. Spider raw. Spider sanded. Spider flanked. There we go. Now I need to move all of these down to their respectful walls. There we go. Alright, now to process the rest of this spider tree because I simply feel like it. God, it is kind of a large lad. Did I not unanchor this? Oh, I did.
I don't know, Helix. Should I construct an architectural nightmare?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Alright, that's good news. The main log, the biggest log at the bottom, is too big on its own to actually be sanded. So that means I have to cut it once down the middle.
Nice. I wonder what selling this candy cane would do.
I believe
Does it give me
out
candy?
of season, it just gives you money.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to sell it anyways because it's like a fifth of an inch thick and got it sunk in between the cracks of my sanding machine.
It's just fucking sawdust that managed to compile itself into a brick.
Oh, it actually sells for candy.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's unexpected.
Sorry, it either sells for candy or nothing because I only got candy out of that.
Did you sell something else?
I sold a bunch of cat's eye.
Uh,
So once again, it's either candy or nothing. One of the two.
It feels really weird to assume they'd switch it over to a different seasonal currency. So maybe, I'd assume more likely nothing, but I also wouldn't be all too shocked if it was,
There's actually only one seasonal currency, and they just switch the icon every once in a while.
To be fair, that wouldn't be that big of a problem, I don't think. Most of the time, genuinely would not matter. If you want to save a bunch of candy canes for Halloween next year, then go ahead, I guess.
Alright, nice to hear. Where's the basement? I've got $76,000 for candy. There, the broomstick. Hand it over.
Again, no idea what that'll actually do.
I assume it won't actually fly, but like, I can hope.
Yeah, it's fair. I hope it's free. It'd be really funny if it could, but at the same time, we do already have free cam. It might have glide, maybe. I could see that existing.
I will make a safe assumption and say that if it is a vehicle that can fly, you can't transport objects on it.
Yeah. But even still, that could be broken in its own respect as, oh, hey, a meteor just landed. Let me just fucking fly to it and mark everything there as my
Fly
own.
over, cut the one tree.
Yeah.
It's also kind of a bitch to get out of the basement.
Yeah. But that's nothing
Yeah.
you're new to, right?
Yeah,
And
no
navigating an
glass
item
dock.
through a small crevice.
it's no glass dock. Yeah, that's one. Alright, cool. Object acquired. Toss it in the back of the truck.
Yeah, we've been playing for like what? How long?
I don't know, like,
I think we
Around
stopped
a-
stream around like, you know, what was it? 9? I think it was like 9, 10. We've been playing this for like an hour, and you got enough to afford like one of the more expensive items.
yeah.
I think that's like reasonable.
I think that the more expensive item is Count Hogula over there.
I know,
Um,
but that's also like, you know, the nuke of like the shop apparently. This
Yeah,
is just a
and
ridiculous
I
item that
could-
they hiked the price on because they thought it'd be funny.
I could feasibly afford that.
Yeah.
It's like I had over 100,000 candy when I purchased the broomstick.
Yeah.
I could go and with a reasonable expectation plan on coming out with that. Okay, let me see here. Biggest thing here, yeah. Unbox structure. Is it? How does this work? How does? If I place a structure, am I able to move it afterwards? All right.
I don't think you're able to like rebox it, but you can move it.
Okay. Oh, please come back.
Did it just fly away or something?
Hold on, I need a. That fucking thing is fast.
Oh, that's good to hear.
How do I respawn vehicle?
Yeah, again, another thing this game has over Lumber Tycoon is it doesn't cost you money to respawn your vehicle. No random minus $50 just because your vehicle decided to clip into the fucking ground. God damn it, Lumber Tycoon 2. I get you were an old game, but still.
Felix, where are you?
My base.
I don't know where that is.
I can meet you at the sale place if you'd like.
Sale place. Sure.
Where you sell stuff, yeah. Once I load up this fucking last bit of spider tree. I don't think I'm gonna manage to get all... It'd be easier to just do 2 trips of this. It's a big tree. There's someone building like a fucking aircraft hangar next to my base. Oh, I just looked towards the desert. Okay, Jesus. We're going there soon.
Okay.
Oh, fucking shit. That's so ridiculous. Can it fly or is it just fast? That's still really funny. I like that.
Oh, he died.
Yeah, I'm trying to sell all at once, so I'm just gonna go home and press this funny little button that respawns all of my vehicles. It respawns them within the range that they can hook on automatically, but it's just like, since game lag and ping is so fucked up, like, it just sometimes doesn't work. So you've got to hit the buttons a few times until the ticks line up.
Okay, I think I'm by the aircraft hangar, but I have no fucking idea where your house is. Is
To
it
the
over
left.
here?
Hell, freaking Jesus, dude.
Problem. I don't know how to get back on this thing once I get off. I can also do
That's the
this.
neat part.
I can also do this.
Hold on, where are you? He rotates. Yeah, if you could wait here, because I've got some stuff I kind of want to show you when I get back.
This thing apparently moves at 95 studs.
That is considerable, yeah. I'm gonna see how much almost an entire spider tree sells for. I took off like 3 bits off the top to make my signs, but that's it.
Okay.
Enough we can get a pretty decent measurement of how valuable it is.
Yeah.
So far, 10 out of 10 on aesthetics alone. This is a really cool, like, Halloween-themed tree.
I like that if I go over your vehicle, my broom will actually, like, go upwards. Like, yeah.
Oh, $30,000 from that one tree.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all, actually.
Yeah. It took a fair bit to, like, you know, do it, but... Alright, meet me back at my base.
Okay.
I'm going the long way. And by that, I mean the reset way. Yeah, I don't know if I've shown this off to you before, like, just through VC, but I really like this campsite I made back here.
That is very nice.
Yeah, just take a, like, moment and think about, like, what it takes to actually make some of this shit, because, like, the technicalities behind it were really cool.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
hold
I
on.
think I look at the fire.
These...
Yeah, actually, how did you do the fire?
That is a flame emitter that you get from the one store, and I just took, like, raw oak logs and kind of positioned them upwards. Trying to get them, like, perfect like that was such a pain in the ass. Look at this. You can sit on the logs. You actually do this by making a seat that is the same material and making it really fucking small and just hiding it there, like sliding it down into the log. But your hitbox can still hit it, and then you can sit on it, making it look like you're sitting on the log, which looks so nice.
Yeah.
This tent was actually a fucking nightmare to get looking as good as it does.
Yeah.
Just because of like how differently things like to interact when they're rotated in different ways. Like you can kind of see when you look at the back of it how odd it is, but I think it ended up turning out really, really well.
Yeah.
Even just the little pins I did to
I
like
like the
stake
little
it down.
pegs.
Yeah. I fucking love what you can do in this game. It's so cool. I also made this.
What the hell is this thing, by the way?
That's a die machine. You'd rather not know.
Okay.
I made a little cat blueprint, and I can just copy this and place it wherever I want. If you want a cat, I can place you down the blueprints. You can make it out of whatever you want.
Let's say the Martian invasion.
That was an event that happened that I quite honestly didn't really play much of, like, at all. So I logged on and got a trophy for it and then closed the game, pretty much. Hold on, look at this. These alone are the different parts of the cat's face that I made floating right here. This is like, I believe it's 9 different parts because the Owu face, the little 3 mouth, is actually just like 3 different like ramps, just shrunk down to like 1 stud size and then rotated to fit that like shape that I wanted.
Yep.
And it was such a pain to do, but it was so worth it because it looked so good. Like, I love the kind of detail you can get on shit in this game. Also, it is really hot in my room. I'm gonna open my window. Oh, wait, never mind.
Oh, wow, the white ghost.
I
What are
see
you
it.
going after? Oh, the meteor?
Yeah. Oh, there's a purple star!
Oh, so there is.
Hold on, you go get the meteor.
Okay, how do I do this? Do I just cut down the tree?
It will fire a lightning at you. You have your thing, right? You can use your thing to heal. So, like, chop as much as you can, and then, when you start
What do I
getting
use to
low, put
heal?
away.
Oh, I don't have that.
Oh, you don't have the fusion coil?
Oh, this thing!
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, gotcha.
I don't even know if I can start chopping or not. Is it not hitting you
How many
because I'm here?
How many cuts does this take?
It's pretty thick, but I think since you got the first hit, it's just free. This is like one of easily the most valuable ones for candy.
I got it.
Yeah.
I have this too. There we go.
Yeah, you get that and you get the tree. I don't have perms to carry any of this, so
I don't know how to do that.
somebody spectator moded over here to see us get it. You can see them because they're a fucking camera attached to a balloon. It's gone, though.
Yeah.
Players on the
Hang
left
on.
side of your screen, find me, and then you can just give the permission to, like, drag loose items, drive vehicles, whatever the hell.
Ow. I found you.
Yeah, just
Ow.
open it and do like the first two, like drive vehicles and drag loose objects. And that should let me help you transport this stuff back to your base.
Okay, there I've done.
Very cool. I believe these bone trees are just the same as you find down the desert. And they just sell for money. And not even a lot of it, so... Oh, apparently I can't put this in my vehicle? Interesting.
Try and put it on top of my vehicle.
That probably won't work.
Just try it anyways. I want to see if I have an associate. Can I move an object using the broom? Oh, damn.
You might need to give me the permission to, like, collide with objects or something. If you want me to use my truck to get this stuff back.
And collide with objects. This requires your permission as well.
I did. Oh, that appears to have worked. Okay.
Alright, cool.
Okay, so the neat part about this is that it's really fucking thick. So kind of tough anyway to process.
Yep.
If you could not flip me, that'd be grand. Do you want me to?
What do you mean?
Do you want me to bring it to the sell place so you can see what the raw value is before processing?
Sure, why not?
Because I remember these being worth like tens of thousands just on their own.
I was gonna drop it in the flesh dismantler and just let it be done.
That's a great idea in theory. However, I've encountered an issue.
Try and get it a little bit in.
I was just gonna hop out and just... There, what's the tree part worth?
25k.
For just the tree, unprocessed. Let me move that out. I just kind of threw it against the wall, but that's fine. How much is the eye worth? I think it was like 8k.
That's worth... Sure. Okay. That's worth 250.
250k?
250.
Oh, just... Okay. I was... Why? Okay, these are like practically worthless. Okay, cool. I'll keep the eye if you don't want it. I've got a box of them at home.
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Oh! You figured it out. The most risky way to transport your lumber.
We're going.
It only really works like this because it's low gravity from the fucking... Oh, I got it!
Alright, cool. Off to Kinkai's world then.
I did call it Kami's Lookout earlier, didn't I?
Yeah.
My bad. There you go. You do what you will with this. They are a nightmare to process, as all of the pieces are large pieces. Specifically the bottom half, like, literally won't even fit into your sawmill.
Can you help me lift this? I don't have the control rod.
I'm already driving home. I can come back in a moment, though. I'm just dropping off the eyeball, and then I'll be set.
Oh. Please come
Because
back.
I do think it'd be really funny to have a fucking eyeball pit in the future.
It's reacting violently.
It's reacting violently. Honestly, insane that just before that, just a random purple star drop, because some people literally have never seen these before.
Oh, where are they?
I don't know chances, but this is the second one ever that I've seen, and I keep an eye out for them. So if that helps.
Maybe I can use these for it. You know, my friend and associate, Bomb.
Come here, hollow eye. Hopefully I can just plop this straight into the thing and we don't need to do like an owner swap or some bullshit. I believe I have... Hold on, let me look here. I have 7 hallowed trees just in storage.
Sorry, I've been converted into particulate matter.
Yeah, that checks out. I'm up to 13 hallowed eyes. Huge.
I stepped into the flesh dismantler and was flesh dismantled.
That's what it does.
That is what it do. That's what it do, Yogi.
I'm still waiting for the first fucking moon, blood moon. The moon blood. Full of moon. I tipped my car. This particular tree, I'd recommend working from the top down.
Fine.
As the top pieces are a lot smaller. If you want, I could help you out with it.
Hang on, I think I got it. I do a bit of the old...
I can't help you swing. And
It
I
is
don't know if
vibrating
that's something
wildly.
I can change with permissions, so,
There we are.
there you go. Okay, now let's get this out of the way for a moment. And
Alright,
send
here you
the
go.
ribs into the flesh dismantler and see how it goes. What happened to me? Why are there why are there a bunch of particulates of kelp down here?
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. Here, I'll send down the elevator.
Thank you. God, it's really funny seeing your base because it's just a single snowman and a bunch of crap laying around from just like accidents. Uh-oh, I
Yeah,
can't
well,
interact with objects on your plot. Ridge, I need another permission.
Oh, let's see. Acquire, Brundle Gearhart. Interact with objects. There you go. Does
There
that
we
work?
go. Yeah, now I can come up. Oh, I just saw something fall down.
There's
I just
nothing
see
there.
a bunch of particle effects.
There's nothing getting going with that.
They're not even playing the animation for me, by the way. Are they doing it for you?
Hello. Just, feed in a couple more ribs.
Can't help but think there's a way we could have done this contraption more efficiently.
Such as?
Like, you know, just making it like a straight line and then having it so that there's a button we can press to stop the log to, you know, like, have it get
What do you
cut
mean?
to certain lengths.
Working great. Look at it.
You're right, you're right.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Whoops. Don't know what that is. Huh?
Appears we've encountered a problem.
Why?
Hold
It
on,
didn't do that before. Oh, never
I'm
mind. It's
decreasing the
working now.
size 1 stud by 1 stud in the hopes that... Okay, I'm decreasing the size 2 stud by 2 stud. The hope that that makes them fit easier on your conveyor.
move.
Fucking. There we
Okay.
go. Okay.
That seems to have worked. Maybe.
I decreased the size of the things so that they actually.
Yeah.
Um.
Why is that happen? Oh, there we are. Problem has resolved itself. The problem not resolving itself.
The problem in getting worse. You're fucking
See, the
coin
problem.
dozer in your vlogs right now.
You mean it's working great? Okay. Fucking shake it up machine.
Is this still open or did you close it?
What? Oh, I closed both of those. It's now back into cycling mode.
Okay, cool. I was gonna put the next log in.
Yeah.
God, the flesh dismantle is still so funny.
Easily my funniest creation yet. I shall have to consider the Flesh Dismantler 2.0.
It's just the same thing, but with another set of flesh dismantlers going the other way.
Yeah.
It's the
I'm
same
glad to see
thing,
that you
but with
understand.
more dismemberers along the entire length of the track.
Even after the materials have already been, like, processed and shit. See, works great.
It's so stupid.
What do you mean? It's working. If it's stupid but it works, it's not stupid, remember?
You're right, you're right.
Send in the next piece of lumber.
Man, I should watch Hunter x Hunter. Like the rest of it.
Yeah.
God, I fucking hate trying to find where I need to cut this thing.
What do you mean?
It's just so thick. I think I need to cut it like, oh no, man. I feel like I'm
Alright,
trying to
I'm
find
gonna
a
go
weak
and...
point.
Do I, like, sell this now, or are we selling this all at once?
Up to you, honestly. It's your.
I don't
It's
think
your
I've got
choice.
enough trailer space for that.
Yeah, I'm struggling to find out where to actually chop this bitch.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go sell this, and then I'm gonna come back with empty trailer.
I'm gonna hope that right here gets what I want cut.
Alright, just what we've put in has given me 18,000.
The topmost, like, least valuable parts, yeah. Well, I chopped off an arm on accident, so... At least I
Like
can
one of-
see the base of this section of log now, and should be able to,
Like one of yours in the Flesh Dismantler, or...
part of the tree.
Oh, okay.
It was a clean cut, so I don't think we lost any value, though. There we go.
Ah, there we go. Just gotta... Oh.
What are you doing?
It didn't get...
Oh, I thought it hit it. That's my bad.
There we are.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think that's meant to be there.
It's funny to think we could improve the efficacy of this if we just add more fucking blades.
Yeah. I've only got, like, what, 20 stacked there?
Yeah. Theoretically,
They
we
were
could
kind
stack
of-
more.
They were kind of expensive, gonna be honest with you.
They are a little expensive.
Well, the blood moon is rising. Find enemies around the map and fight. Oh, I can't do that.
I think we do that anyway.
Okay.
You come
Can I
in
have
with
a
me?
weapon? Can I have a weapon?
You could buy one up at the shop. I don't have a spare for you. You can join me
What
though,
shop?
and I can kill enemies, and you can kind of just help.
What shop?
Just hop in.
Alright.
You can buy like a bow and a sword at the Halloween shop though, if you want to just go there and get it yourself.
Expensive were they?
They're $600 in game, like normal money.
Okay, where the hell are you?
I've already pulled away because you went inside. You just go to the. I'm going into the desert.
What's the giant red pillar in the sky over there?
Oh wait, there was the NPC who said he comes by under the place. I want to check that out. But those are
Is that the
where the
blood
enemies
moon?
spawn. Those are where the enemies spawn. Go get your weapon and head to one of those. Preferably in a vehicle you
Okay.
can actually carry shit in, but optional. As you can always just come back later with a vehicle you can carry shit in.
I will say the broom is definitely not the vehicle to go up to the shop in.
Is it too fast?
It is. Game. Hello? Okay.
There should
The
be
game
somewhere
was
in
a-
the main shop.
Hey, I found enemies.
Oh, you found enemies?
Yeah, I found enemies.
Huh.
How do I kill these? Do I have to use a weapon, or can I like
I think you have to use a weapon now.
use an axe?
Oh, there's. Okay, there's 3 symbols on this thing down in here. One looks like cat's eye, another is a spider, and the last one kind of looks like the broomstick.
Huh? What?
There's a thing opened up down under the shop, showing 3 different things. This is something I'd say we just fucking Google.
I'm buying a bow.
Okay, yeah, that's what I have. Sword is probably better. I don't care.
Alright, I have a bow.
Alright, now you go to
Okay.
any of the like random red pillars around the map.
Okay, I'm in the shop. Where's that thing that opened up that you spake of?
Below
Is it in the
shop.
basement?
Not in the basement, no. Just like it's where you found Cat's Eye originally. There's like a pedestal down there. Okay, I'm getting my things stuck on everything. I found zombies. Does the flamethrower work? Okay, yeah, the bow does like fuck all. You might want to grab the sword. Oh, but it's homing. It's homing though.
Oh, okay, never mind. I don't need the sword then.
It just doesn't
I'm
do an
just gonna like
insane amount
stand
of
on my
damage.
broomstick. I'm gonna stand on my broomstick and shoot downwards, okay?
Fucking air support.
There's gonna be none of this fighting crap. Is this the one that you're at?
I'm at the one
I
like
can't-
close to the shop.
Okay, and I can pull it up to me. Okay, that guy decompiled into candy corn ore.
Alright, and it's over.
Okay, what do I do with this delicious?
You forge it and sell it. You can pretty much
Okay.
sell anything that dropped from these guys.
Bone, zombie head, bone, candy corn, and candy corn.
Yeah. Optimally, you make it to those a little bit faster, and then, you know, don't, like, get one enemy kill the entire time. But there's, like, rare versions of mobs that can spawn that have, like, unique drops, like a dragon. Not a dragon, a fucking werewolf that can drop, like, the meat vinyl record player. And so that's, like, kind of the main, like, reason you'd want to go to those, is getting any, like, rare items that are exclusive to it. As well as just the candy cane ore, but I believe candy cane ore can spawn somewhere on the map whenever, Halloween is active. I got a linked sword from one of the skeletons I killed, but that's also something I have, like, a fair few of at this point. I've got a chest with 250 bones in it. Because I thought it'd be funny. Again, I don't remember if this is going to be any more valuable, because this was back when, Tiger's Eye and Spiderwood didn't exist, so those are probably better. Alright, I need to actually open my window now.
Alright, I've got 2 candy corn ore, 2 bones, and a zombie head, and I'm gonna sell them as is.
That's fair. With that quantity, I doubt it will be worth much.
$70 and 372 candy.
I mean, you got a full truckload and refined it, then it wouldn't be bad. Back when this first released, I was easily able to get, like, full 3 trailers worth of this stuff. I didn't bother sorting out my candy cane ore, so I'm just sending the entire lot through my furnace. And then I'll just, you know, put the entire lot back in my car when I'm done. I got like half a truckload. That's how much
I'm
I got.
tossing more hollow into the, you know,
The meat tenderizer.
the atom rearranger.
Since it's so easy to, like, throw, like, 100 of these in the air furnace at once, like the little candy cane ores, my furnace has some work cut out for it, just pooping out these little nuggets.
No. The game is very insistent on trying to get me to step into the flesh dismantler.
Oh, that's interesting. Hello?
Hello?
Selling locale has not loaded for me, despite me being right next to it.
Nuts.
Hi. This is about how much I got. Just for reference before I go and sell it. If the selling location could load, that is. Can I still sell even though it's not loaded? I can. Yeah, 4,000 candy, $4,000, because I believe the bones and stuff are just worth money. So not optimal. Do you want me to wait until you're done processing the hallowed tree for me to go explore the desert and see if there's anything new there, or because I can wait if you'd like, and we could go together.
What do you think that you saw in the desert that was interesting?
Last year, there was a small portion of it that was like kind of corrupted with this like big purple crystal in the center, and just at a
Uh-huh.
distance, it's significantly more corrupted.
Oh, okay, that's what you were seeing.
Yeah, so I'm like, there's gotta be new things, especially considering like all the new corrupted trees we saw up at the horror house. Yeah. Hallowed trees, really good, really valuable, worth lots of money. The sheer time they take to process is a real problem, though.
Yeah.
Like, I fully understand if after, like, the first few top logs that are easy to process, you just want to sell the rest whole. Because, like, genuinely, half of the bottom logs you can't even fit into a sawmill.
Not with that kind of, not with that attitude. I can already buy another broomstick.
Which might need to, considering, we don't know what that one thing is.
Yeah, find out.
Yeah, I could Google it real quick. Oh fuck, I just realized, I've been streaming this entire time. I upload the SCP VODs for
Yeah.
SCP readings. So this is just gonna be
Nice.
thrown on the end there. This happened with a different game the other while ago too, in a game I liked uploading, so apologies to anyone who might or might not be listening to SCP readings and then just got subjected to a few hours of Oaklands, but I'll probably end stream here anyway because it is getting a little late. Goodbye.